808 Ray.
Yeah. 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 Right hand of God. I done this for our side. Every time I smoke and ride. Yeah. Corporation never die. Let's all get high. Till our eyes turn to dollar signs. Money forever on my mind. La da 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 da. On this manual. Shit you don't get till you get it. Get it. Da 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 da. Yeah. You'll die to live how we live. Putting money away for the children. My unborn sitting on millions. Shit. La 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 la. La 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 la. Done that for our side. Just like airtime. East side on the rise. 504 on mine. Jet light. La 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 la. What's going on, fam? What's going on, fam? Peace and love, peace and love. We are back on the Smokers Lounge. I am your host, Chris Cyphers. And we got the fam in here this evening. What's going on, Raphael?
Chilling. How's my mic? My mic's good?
Yeah, your mic good.
All right, but we're chilling. We're back, after party. Lit with my boy Chris Cyphers in the Smokers Lounge. Know what I mean?
Already. You already know. That's what I'm talking about. Thanks for the love, fam. We got Balanced Truth up here on the panel. What's going on, brother?
What's good, fam?
We chilling. High frequency. You already know. We got K Smith in the chat. We got Ty at the room in the chat. We got Soup in here and Kirk. Thank you for coming through. It's great to see y'all. It was on a powerful chat at Super's on Super's channel. This was dope. The mask on, mask off. A lot of dope content, a lot of dope information, perspectives, opinions was put out, and it was a great build. So congratulations on that.
And I hope that dude ain't get bad energy. I was just trying to clarify him because he was just going all over the road. It's like if you driving behind him, niggas swerving like a motherfucker.
Right. And I don't know, like he got mad off of just the question I asked him, and he's act like I'm gonna switch the question. Like, you think I asked that question off other perspectives, or for whatever you was going on in your mind? But no, this is me asking you, what can you show or let us know or tell us that, and it's like, I'm not saying like you have to show something. I'm just like, can you show something is there that you can show to let us know? But that question obviously really couldn't get answered, but
Yeah,
it is what it
I
is.
would just try to back you up, my brother. I see you was coming in peace, but people kind of take it as a tax. I don't know why. Maybe because their information ain't strong enough to stand on a square or whatever. Make them nervous.
Right. But as you see, that's why, I just shut the fuck up and I just let everything else play out. And it was just like, I'm just let you take your mask, demask yourself.
Facts.
And I think that something like that has a excuse me, my fucking voice is getting hoarse already. It's about to be 2 in the morning out here. But I think what a lot of people have issues in life is, we're taught to be a different person basically everywhere we go and everything we do in life. Nobody lets us really be us. You can't be your own. And that's part of the mask. You're forced to be masked and put on a
Society.
face for everywhere you go, whether it's the professional setting, educational setting, in a household, people coming over, you're outside by yourself, wherever you are, you have to wear these different masks to basically, how do I put, to like,
Satisfies.
yes, satisfy the societal way that is set up.
Right. I'm in a F society, bro. I love when that came out. It just made so much sense.
Oh,
Oh shit,
see,
get him.
he was like, I felt that shit.
Get
Hey,
him.
bros up here. My homie Mental Ninjas came through. What's going on, brother?
Mental Ninja, what up, man?
What up with y'all, man? Chilling.
What's up,
Chilling,
brother?
chilling.
You know.
Yeah, keep going about that math shit. That shit was fire. I'm listening.
Oh yeah, we just had like somebody dropping some knowledge, but
No, I mean, yeah. So I was just saying that it's one of those things that is, how Chris was helping me out. Something that we have to satisfy what the society status quo that was already set up for us to do, where we can't be ourselves. We have to be these different masks, you know. And now what they're trying to do is slap a permanent mask on you now.
we
Mm,
in Rome. We in Rome all over again.
Shit, we never left. All roads lead to Rome.
mm.
And
Damn.
the mask was for the balls, the masquerade balls.
Fact.
Man, as y'all see, the fam is already dropping some juice. Man, y'all go ahead and make sure y'all hit that like button as y'all coming in. Appreciate that, man. Y'all brothers keep going.
So yeah. That's where I'm at. It's been such a generational thing that's been going down, where they're making everybody mask up, mask on constantly, and now they're trying to implement that force mask now. Now that's it. Game's over. No more interchanging into the people that they let you be, and you can't be yourself. Now you're gonna be the mask.
Mm, that makes a
So,
lot of sense.
Hey, y'all, look, I want to read something to y'all real quick, right? So, there's this there's this group that came out of Canada, right, back in long time, like 80s and 70s and shit, called Rush. right? And they have like one of the greatest drummers of all time that just passed away like last year, early this year, right? And they got this song called Subdivisions, right? And it says this is how the hook goes: subdivisions in the high school halls, in the shopping malls, conform or be cast out. Subdivisions in the basement bars, in the backs of cars, be cool or be cast out. And like the whole song is basically about like trying to find your own way as a child, as a youth and shit, but being like, charmed and soothed by like these fucking society ideals and shit. That's like, what you want to be ain't what we're promoting and shit. You got to be what we want you to be. You know what I'm saying? What it kind of produces, bro. Like when I'm in the AA meetings and shit, I'll tell them like the way I felt in my life is like I'm like fucking really this fucking Mr. Potato Head motherfucker and shit. And my eyes are this person's eyes, and my nose is this person's nose, my lips are this person's lips. And I've been borrowing all these different fucking pieces of society presents to me, trying to make my own self out of something that isn't even me. To the point is, I don't even fucking know me. You know what I'm saying? Like after we take the mask off, like what's there and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like who's behind the fucking face? Because the face is a mask. Then we have the mental egoic image that's also a mask, and then we have the fear that creates the pride. You know what I'm saying? That's a mask, and then we got these outfits and shit, and we're completely fucking dressed up all the fucking time. And we're like going to sleep dressed up in these fucking costumes and shit, waking back up into the costumes, and people get depressed. And it's like, why are they depressed? It's like, because they've been wearing this fucking mask for so long, they're suffocating. Don't even know they got it on. Like the man in the iron mask and stuff, and like with what's going on now with like the actual physical mask and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like the whole world is doing it, bro. It's like it's almost insane. I walk into Walmart and everybody has a mask on. And yeah, we know you have to have one to get on into Walmart, but every time you walk in a building, people have just fucking they've just succumbed. They've stopped fighting. Some of them aren't even trying to fight. And they're like, all right, they're docile, bro. And we're like, we're just gonna put the mask on. I had a post on Facebook, right? And it was like that I shared that somebody else shared, and it was like, aren't you glad the government didn't make you tell you to suck dick? You know what I'm saying? Because they're just like, wear the mask. Everybody's wearing the mask. If niggas have been like dressing Chick-fil-A clown suits and shit, motherfuckers have been dressing in that shit if they think it's gonna work, because we don't have authority over ourselves, because we're not making our decisions. The CDC, the government, the mass media, they're making the decisions, and then they're smart too. They're like, look, if we can make it like patriotic, which means like we have a terroristic type war type threat, then we can turn the people against themselves by making it patriotic to turn against the other people. And you got Trump talking about, I believe in masks. I think wearing a mask is patriotic. So basically, what he's saying is that if you're not wearing a mask, it's unpatriotic. Basically, that's fucking treason, and basically, that's terrorism, and you're like a weapon of mass destruction and shit. So they've been using the same fear for Osama bin Laden, through Saddam Hussein and shit, the wars that we've all been into as we're being attacked. And that's, if you notice, we do the most shit as a unit in our country when we think we're being under attack, or we think one of our interests in a foreign land is being under attack. That's how we got into every single fucking war. And we've done that consistently with every other country, gone to war with them for some bullshit reason. Lusitania, the fucking, whatever ship, the Vietnamese ship and shit, you know what I'm saying? Pearl Harbor and stuff, oil in Afghanistan and Iraq and shit, and then the Twin Towers and stuff. But now we've used the same system against ourselves in the form of an invisible fucking biological agent. And now we all wear a mask. We all in fucking wartime military get up as the mask.
It's facts.
All facts.
I can relate. I can relate to all that. God damn.
Yeah, you was in the military. That shit's insane, bro. But you know what? I'm not gonna lie, bro. It's fucking ingenious, dog. It really is. Like somebody's been using they thinking caps.
It's the Great Flood. Don't you agree? Like if you think about it metaphorically and literally, like it touches everyone and it reaches everywhere and it consumes you.
Bro, the Great Flood, the
Yeah, I
return of
mean,
Christ.
and it's it's kind of it's like you were saying, it's kind of genius in a way, but it's like, is it really genius when they got to recruit the top psychologists, the top scientists, the top doctors, math, all this into to put all this stuff together and to help them with it. Because
You know
they
what?
ain't
That's
shit.
a part of the illusion, though. They spend whatever for the you know the movie.
Hey, bro, but it's kind of
Yeah, I
our
know.
fault though. It's kind of like
Yeah.
we the ones who tune into the authority and shit. Like, it would if we didn't agree that was authority, we wouldn't fucking listen. That's why they like, you know what I'm saying? So they put him up, they give him the white lab coat, fucking white dude with glasses and a big ass nose and shit. And he's like, yeah, look, he has the authority outfit. It's all a get up. It's all a fucking ruse and illusion, bro. And it's really based on us. It won't even work without us. That's why, really, bro, we are the biggest enemies against ourselves, bro. That's what it comes down to. They don't got that much power. We the ones that are the power force. But we obedient though. You know, look in the fallacious in ethics, right? You learn the fallacies, right? One of the fallacies that the fucking political system uses is appeal to common belief, which they tally up what people believe, what they see, which people believe the most out of the groups, and then they fucking market that because they know more people tune into it. Then there's appeal to emotion, which are how people feel. You know what I'm saying? Which kind of the same thing. But then there's also appeal to authority, right? And that's basically like Dan Marino wears isotoner gloves. Therefore, isotoner gloves are good because Dan Marino wears them. He endorses them. He endorses that brand. So it must be good. I mean, look, bro, Jordans. Niggas look, Jordans just by the label has a higher value as a shoe because of the label. It can be made of inferior, terrible materials, but the label speaks for itself. You know what I'm saying? And they're using that same marketing strategies over us still in other ways.
Yeah, they're
Well,
using science against us.
and no, and it's even deeper than science. What like what Mental Ninja said, they're using us against us. Like, um, let me share. I'm gonna share my screen real quick, and I'm gonna show you this Facebook post. That's cool.
Yeah. What's
Go
up,
ahead.
everyone? Chris, how you doing, man? It's been a while.
Say what?
Saying, Chris, how you doing, man? Remember me?
Oh, what's going on?
Yeah, it's been a while, man. Hope everything's been
Yeah.
good with
Chilling, chilling. Yeah, straight out of Canada. I remember you.
Oh, that's my nigga Matt. What up, nigga?
you.
Yeah.
Nah, that's not my name. My name's not Matt.
It ain't
I,
my
Oh, for
man.
sure.
All right,
yeah,
yeah,
how I
see
got
my.
that. I got that username because you know Android phones how they make you sign in with Google and shit. One time I got an Android phone, I just typed in random numbers, and it's been like that. I've been using it for a while.
For sure, for sure.
All right, so I'm gonna read. I'm gonna go over this post real quick. I was arguing with some dude, right? So basically, at the end, he's just saying, furthermore, you aren't woke because you're a conspiracy theorist, and that right there, you know, shows me how deep the indoctrination goes. Because to label somebody just that
That's a conspiracy in itself, nigga.
exactly, bro, exactly, and then we're going back and forth about this is about wearing a mask, by the way. So here he goes. This isn't one conspiracy theory you can bring up that I haven't dug the rabbit hole. And by the way, this person is pro mask. And at the end of all them is almost listen, almost every time, every single conspiracy. Listen to this: is anti-Semitism or something to do with Christian or Catholic dogma. But I'm the conspiracy theorist. That goes to show that
Bro, like,
the indoctrination is so deep that it's set up that the people are against us, our own people. They made it that way,
bro,
Yeah,
like
you
this
know.
is what I tell this is what I tell people, right? When they say that they use that conspiracy shit against me, and I'm not no stupid motherfucker, bro. But basically, this is how I look at, like, bro. I'll tell them, look. Somebody having a difference of opinion than you does not constitute a fucking conspiracy. That is a conspiracy in its own sense to say that me having a difference of opinion is a conspiracy. You're saying I'm conspiring against you to have a fucking conspiracy theory, which it negates itself. But like you said, the
Exactly.
indoctrination, if they've totally drank the fucking Kool-Aid, bro. Jim Jones
Government
shit. You know what I'm saying?
government literally means mind control. The
Oh yeah.
definition of it. Conspiracy theory was coined by the CIA. You know what I mean? That should discredit anything because it's conspiracy. Anything that goes against the narrative that the media or the government's giving you is conspiracy. It's to discredit it. The term. That's whole. That's why you hear conspiracy theories and stuff like. You think there's some wacky, like some fucked up wacky motherfuckers in like a shed wearing a fucking tinfoil hat. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's why they did it. It's because the word has a meaning to it now. You know what I mean?
Well,
Anything
my
that goes
favorite
against
thing is
the
when
mainstream, anything that goes against the mainstream media is a conspiracy. What, like Epstein didn't kill himself? That's conspiracy too, even though it's so blatantly, like so obvious. You know how obvious is that shit? Come on.
yeah. See, the new nickname I'm getting on Facebook is I'm a Facebook doctor now because I'm putting out medical facts. So basically, that I'm putting out medical facts on Facebook, and I don't wear a lab coat, and I don't have that piece of paper with the nice borders and the script letters that says bachelor or master's degree. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about.
Yeah, you
Hey,
can't
look,
learn from
the
your
niggas
brother.
is saying that shit. Go ahead, go ahead.
I was just saying you can't learn from your brother no more. You
Nope.
got to learn from somebody with a PhD or a piece of paper that validates them.
And
Western
all
education.
exactly. And all they did to get that piece of paper, and I'm not like trying to, you know, shit on anybody who has a degree. If you got a degree, more power to you. At the end of the day, you do got to work hard to earn that piece of paper. But
Yeah, it's effort. You know, you put
yeah,
effort into it.
yeah, I commend your effort in going into it and and doing what you got to do. But all we're doing is remembering something that's coming from a biased source.
Hey, check
That's it.
this out, y'all. Hey,
I
I'm,
don't.
I'm,
I don't
I'm gonna
have.
read you.
I don't have any formal education. I don't really believe that like formal education really necessarily dictates success. Success has nothing to do with formal education. Formal education makes you a slave in a way, and not makes does not make
Formal,
you a
it's
leader.
formal indoctrination. Formal
Yeah,
indoctrination.
so it is. It's pretty much It's pretty much formal indoctrination. Exactly what you're saying. You know what I mean?
Like
Because
I, I got accepted to go to MIT, and I'm actually glad I didn't go because I would have ended up in just fucking debt out of my ass with just
exactly.
indoctrination.
Exactly, and if you really want to be
That's the whole
successful,
goal.
anyone can come up with like any little like this motherfucker came up with a sponge made like fucking hundreds of billions of dollars. You know, a sponge with a happy face on it. There's on Dragon's Den and shit. Like
Yep,
there's so many like little fucking random ventures you can come up with and just make a giant amount of money off of. You know what I mean? Just keep your
yep.
eyes open and shit. Like if you just have like a mind that's specific, like trying to make something, if you just put that in your mind, you probably wake up one day and have an idea. You know?
Hey,
Yeah. Hey,
check
before
this
you
out,
go,
y'all.
Mr. Music, can I say something right quick? I was just gonna add
Go
on,
ahead,
like,
bro.
even when you got that piece of paper, it's still not what you know, it's who you know, because those people who are connected are gonna get that job, even if they don't have that piece of paper over you. Go ahead, Mental.
Hey, look, I'm gonna read a couple quotes, bro. Some serious ass shit. One of these quotes I got banned on Facebook for posting, but I'm gonna read this one first. Students who acquire large debts putting themselves through school are unlikely to think about changing society. When you trap people in a system of debt they can't afford the time to think. That's by Noam Chomsky, who's fucking dope, right? But look,
That's a
check this
fact.
out. If you repeat a lie often enough, people will believe it, and you will even come to believe it yourself. This is another quote by this not known, but somebody else. Propaganda works best when those who are being manipulated are confident they are acting on their own free will. And I'm gonna read one
Real
more by the
shit.
same dude. Look, uh, there was no point in seeking to convert the intellectuals. For intellectuals would never be converted and would never anyway always yield to the stronger. And this will always be the man in the street. Arguments must therefore be crude, clear, and forcible, and appeal to emotions and instincts, not the intellect. Truth was unimportant and entirely subordinate to tactics and psychology. You know who put those three quotes I just read? Fucking Joseph Goebbels, who was a Nazi SS politician. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I was gonna
And
tell you
this
that.
is what we're doing, bro. We have been using Nazi propaganda for over 70 fucking years on our own people. That's what they got the scientists for, not for the science and shit, but the science against humans and shit, the psychology, the psyops and shit. And that
That was the
one
space
quote I
program.
read
That's the
about,
space program. The mental
yeah, bro,
space.
the one quote I read about propaganda works best when those who are being manipulated are confident they're acting on their own free will. Facebook banned me for that shit for 30 days.
Yeah.
But I think it's because of
Right.
Joseph Goebbels. I think it's a Nazi.
Man,
All I know is
YouTube.
like,
Speaking of ban, YouTube just blocked my video talking about it was full of
guys, guys,
spam. And
guys,
Too
guys,
many,
can we
too
agree?
much
You
truth,
guys
bro.
agree with me on this? I want to know if you guys agree with me on this at all. I'm saying this. Imagine everyone got on kind of like a mind state like how we're talking right now. I mean, like everyone banding together. Like, wouldn't that be like the thing, like the whole system, like the government, whatever, like the whole control system would fear the most? Because like how I see it is like how the system's set up. It's set up in so many ways to divide people in so many different ways, even within their own communities and stuff. So, like, imagine everyone just
You
got
know what
on
I think
one.
would happen?
Yeah, like imagine everyone got on
You
like
know what I
one
think would
common
happen?
ground. Like I think that would be like the end of it all, the end of all this bullshit.
Bro,
You know what I mean?
you know what would happen if that happened? I'm pretty sure, and I'm not caping for, I'm not for what I'm about to say, but just in reflection and in theory, right? What would most likely happen would be you would have a whole nation or a whole ethnic or a whole group of people become demonized throughout the world. And I think that's exactly what happened to Nazi Germany, bro. I think that they were using, they found this propaganda shit and this science, and the rest of the world, the elites, they were like, holy shit, imagine what we could do with that. Let's stop them and take that shit. Let's steal that information. So they're like, how are we going to do it? Well, let's finance some war. Let's finance their war effort and shit and help them do what they're doing and then demonize them and take that shit from them and shit. Does that make sense?
Yeah. They're doing it like a more like I know what you're saying. Like what you're like what I see that you're saying. Like they're doing it like a more sneaky way, in a way that you don't know. Like not like so in your face, like the Nazis
It's
did
called
it.
a
You know what I
Trojan
mean?
horse. The Trojan
Yeah,
horse.
Yeah.
exactly. They're doing it sneaky on us all. You know what I mean? To the point where you think you have a choice on it and you're voting for it and you're doing all this shit with it. You know, there's no difference. Either way, it's the same evil.
Like these people we're talking about, bro, they may be so advanced. The only weapon that we may have against them is to completely unplug from what they're doing. There may be like no movement that can rectify the level of control they have because like they may be so advanced that they have fucking think tanks and shit that are already pre-planned and pre-ideaed, pre-theorized any one individual causing an uprising and shit, how to instantly crush that shit. Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, JFK, all these people and shit. Like if you like Nick Cannon for what he said, you know, so
Oh
they
hell
really
yeah!
say nothing wrong.
If
You know what I'm
But
if
saying?
you're going against
Ninja,
the grain, if you're going against the grain of control, you're automatically a target. All of a sudden, you may have an
but
accident, you
Ninja,
may
don't
suicide
don't don't you
yourself.
think
You're
that
probably gonna get
they,
just silence. But if you get big enough, you'll probably get killed. That's all I'm saying. You can't go
Jimmy
against their
Hoffa.
shit, man.
Jimmy Hoffa. That's what happened to him.
You're gonna get assassinated or something if you get too big.
Bro, that's
You
did
know
but
what
you
I
that
read
but
mean?
the
that's what
movie
I'm saying, Ninja.
Irishman,
Think
bro?
about this. Like you said with the Martin Luthers, all those characters. Don't you think that they did that on purpose and building them up and then destroying them, basically repeating that process to
Yeah.
subconsciously let the people know you cannot rise in this system.
It's control opposition.
Yep.
yeah, and that just lead back to
Controlled
what we was talking
opposition.
about in on my stream. You know, these characters they are masked on the people. You know, and they wear these masks so well that we get caught up in what they do and what they say and hold those as values as opposed to what thyself tells you. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
It's because our military is smart enough to use everybody else's kids and enemies
I
in
see
the
this
war.
shit as I see this shit as like one type of crazy fucking TV show almost. The way this shit's going on nowadays. You know what I mean? Like this shit is, it's like we're feeding everyone's feeding exactly into their fucking plan. That's all I'm saying.
Well, that would be the purpose of TV, to create this atmosphere where we're so in tune to the next TV show, Game of Thrones, Seinfeld, the fucking vote niggas off the island and shit, right? So then all they do is like what they do is like they switch the news, what we think is informative and we're getting the right information and shit. They actually blend the lines to where the news becomes TV and Hollywood and movie, but we haven't noticed it because we still in our minds think, oh, that's news because it says news, and that's Hollywood because it says movie and shit. When what they've done is they've moved Hollywood into the news and moved the news into Hollywood, where you can get more information about the truth. Snowfall, the CIA, fucking Narcos, you know what I'm saying? You'll get more
Real
Right.
truth
shit.
there in a movie aspect. And it's like, oh, that's just a TV show. That's just a movie. And then put the
Right.
Hollywood on screen, invisible fucking men,
So
diseases and shit. You know what I'm saying?
the normalized chaos, and then we just watching it like it's entertainment, but it's our lives.
Real shit. Like Hollywood. You know what they love to do? They love to throw facts into people's faces and shit in a way. You know what I mean?
That's the
It's
CIA,
also a
bro.
way. It's also a way to like subconsciously ease them into certain ideas. Because
Yeah,
like a
you know
lot of
what
these
too?
things.
Like, look, I'm gonna read another quote, right?
Hmm.
We can and must write in a language which sows among the masses hate, revulsion, and scorn towards those who disagree with us. Also, look, this dude says the best way to control the opposition is to lead it yourself, right? And he says
Yep.
this: give me your 4-year-olds, and in a generation, I will build a socialist state. That's Vladimir Lenin, a fucking communist from the communist art of fucking Russia when it was when there was the, what do you call it, PGQ or PGR or
U.
whatever it was.
The USSR. Yeah.
Yeah, the KGB, that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And these guys, like, these are the fucking elitist, Joseph Gore. I mean, I'm not with these niggas, right? But the shit they're talking about, I see that shit happening today. You know what I'm saying? But since they said it, now it's like, oh, so you like those? No, well, I see, I agree, I see what's happening, what they're talking about, and it's like these guys, these communist masterminds, and these Nazi masterminds and shit. We beat both countries in war, the Cold War, and it. The Cold War is more like an information war, and then also the Nazi war, the World War I and II and shit, right? Only to use those tactics that they were using against other countries and now ourselves. It seems like the American, what's happening now is the last ultimate war. What we've been carrying on other countries, like we've gone to war with every fucking body, bro. They're like major pain.
But
I'm ready to
that's
kill.
not
He's like, you killed them all.
that war is the show. The real war is the family war we in now. We in the bloodline war. That's different. Like it's a different type of war. Like because they
Well,
had a
think of
they
this.
have an oath
That's kind of what
to keep the power. So like the Game of Thrones is real. That's what's going on. Like the that shit is.
Hey, look, check this out. So, like, I don't think a lot of people, if you watch the movie Lord of War and you watch all these fucking these kind of movies like Snowfall and shit, what you'll find
Hey,
like
talk about wait a minute.
the
Lord of
fucking
War. Lord of War. Is that with Nicolas Cage where he's selling guns and shit?
yes. So look, this is what that premise of that movie was about. Basically, the whole Cold War was a front for the
Yep.
Russians to build all kinds of guns, for the Israelis to build all kinds of guns, and the French and the Italians built all these guns. And it's not us building the guns; we're building these massive super duper missiles and shit, Cuban missiles and shit, and they're building
Yeah,
more
we
guns,
can wipe
but they
out the
never
earth.
use the guns.
You know how many
They
times
never use the.
we have enough nuclear power to wipe out the earth like hundreds of times. Right? It's like
That's
if
bro.
we
That's
really
even if nukes even exist, homie.
Bro, they
Yeah,
exist, man.
Niggas ain't used
that's
the
a
nukes
farce.
India
since
has a shitload
motherfucking
of them.
before the
China's
spec
a
went to
shitload
the
of them.
moon.
America has a shitload of them.
Yeah, you
Bro,
can't
like
blow
the
this
thing is,
place up.
look,
You can't blow this place
but
up. You can't.
Very different countries have
but the
a
thing
bunch
is,
of them have all that
you
shit.
don't have to look. And you don't have to blow it up if you
Bro,
can
it's
fucking
so
make
easy
people
to make
think that
shit
they're gonna
like that.
blow it
It's
up.
not even that hard. You know what I mean? Like, imagine like what the fucking aliens know and shit. You know what I mean?
But no, just hear
No,
me out though. Last time we went to the moon was like fucking 60 years ago. Last time we let off a nuclear bomb was like 80 years ago.
Vaporize
You know,
your ass,
like
bro. They're gonna vaporize you.
that's the thing. That's a narrative, bro. Like they have been doing it, and like the whole Cold War was that threat. They used the bombs in World War II, and then they had Vietnam, and they had the Cold War of the bringing back the bombs because they saw the fucking devastation that it supposedly did. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it was real, maybe it wasn't and shit. Maybe they can only produce two of them. Who knows and shit, right? But they stockpiled and mass produced massive amounts of KGB nines and fucking Klitschnikovs and shit, right? And where those
All
guns
right.
end
Look,
up?
look at this. Look at this.
Afghanistan. Look, hold on, let me finish. Let me finish.
Bombs
Let me
exist
finish.
though.
They end
Bombs
up.
exist. Think
But let
about
me
Hold
let me
on, bro.
finish. Let me finish,
Let
bro.
him, yo, let him finish speaking though.
my bad,
Look,
my bad.
that those guns ended up in Afghanistan. Those guns ended up in fucking South America. And what comes out of Afghanistan? Not oil, poppies, heroin, fucking fentanyl patches and shit, and black
Yeah,
tar.
what comes out
What
of
comes out
South
of fucking South
America?
America? Hold up,
Exactly.
hold up. What comes out of South America was cocaine. And what did the CIA do with the Contras? They financed and gave them weapons to get the coke to finance more weapons so they can use that money and that military presence of the rebels and shit to overthrow governments, to put puppet governments in place that they were financing.
The
And that's what the
CIA
war was
brought
for
crack
30 years
cocaine
later.
into the U.S. The CIA brought crack cocaine into the U.S. See, the government hates competition. Remember that. I'll tell you
But
that.
you understand
It's
how
behind
they
that.
brought look how they where they get the guns from. Look, the thing is, bro, they had to get the guns from a secondary source that could not be traced back to us. So we had these covert CIA, whoever the fuck it was, Lord of War niggas, buying the guns, these gun arm dealers and shit. They were doing these partner deals with the CIA covertly. They were sending those guns to fucking South America. They were giving them to the rebels. The rebels were taking over the cocaine fields and shit from the fucking military presence and governments of them. And then they were sending the money, the cocaine to America. They were using us to create the paper trail and shit. And they were buying more shit. It's a fucking world system. And it's
Yeah,
not in our best advantage and shit. So
you
they're
know why it
using
happens
wars
though.
against
You
us
know why it
later on.
happens. Why you have willing people to do this is because the system is set up in a fucked up way, and it's rigged. It's
it's
rigged. The whole system is
the
rigged. It's not even
Rothschild
rigged.
banking,
It's not even
Rothschild
rigged
banking
fairly.
system.
No, it's not even rigged fairly. If you're African American or you're Native American or something else like that, then it's not even rigged fairly. And it's fucking bullshit. It's rigged against everyone, but it's not even rigged fairly. It's fucked up. Especially if you come up from certain areas and stuff, and you have basically no options, and you never have any opportunities unless you
But
make them yourself. It's a
you know what though?
It's just
The
not
the
fair.
reason we
It's
think
not
it,
fair though. It's not fair for everyone else and shit.
well, that's what they want us to think. You know why? That's what children think. That's not fair and shit. It's not supposed to be fair. We're talking about illusionary type ideal
Well,
American
that's how
dreams
the
when
system
really
should be set up though, because
look
for example, like I'm a business owner and like if I have people help me out, I don't call them employees. I call them partners technically. You know what I mean?
what
And
I'm saying is that
I treat them like I want to be treated, and they can go and do their own thing after easily the way they're being treated. So
so but what can I ask you a question then? And not like look, it's kind of a serious question too. So you say that you treat people the way you want to be treated, right?
yeah,
Now, this is how this works. Consider this: that if I agree with that, like I do, I treat people the way I equally want to be treated back. I really do. You know what I'm saying? To the best of my ability and knowledge of how to treat people in the right
yeah, but
way.
I don't give
You
a
know,
fuck. Like
you know.
I don't see color and shit. Like if you're a Mexican, an Asian, a Pakistani, anything, any Guyanese,
I
African,
understand
whatever,
that. I understand
Jamaican,
that, but like,
doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
you,
I don't see I see how the person acts and how they are as a human being.
so
That's all it is.
what the
There's
premise
good
would
people
be,
and there's bad people. Either way, it doesn't matter what race or whatever it's from.
I feel you, but the premise would be is that you are making a conscious choice of your own free volition, your own free will, to treat people in a way that you see fit, which would be the way they treat you. Okay. Now consider this how it works. Let me
Yeah,
finish.
I
Is
just want to
that
be
hold up?
left
Let me
alone.
finish. Let me finish, bro. Let me finish,
That's
Yeah,
bro.
let
it.
him
Golden
finish, man.
rule, the golden rule, the
It's
golden
like
rule.
if I look, this is how I look at it. If I want the ability and right to treat people based on what I think is right and fair, which will be the way they treat me. If I say another person cannot treat somebody the way they think is right and they see fair, actually negates my ability to do so. So this is where it gets fucked up. If a person wants to treat people like shit and that's what they think is right, who am I to say no? Even though I do not agree with that shit personally and shit. But once I tell them they can't do it, I can't do what I want to do either. So it
Because
is fair, but it is
how would you
unfair.
feel? All right, but this is I said treat other people how you want to be treated. That meaning like if someone treated you like shit like that, how would you feel about that? Someone disrespected you or something. How I mean about it is this. I mean like if someone's hungry or something, you're gonna feed them. If someone needs a hand to help or whatever, you're gonna help them. If someone's fucking burning, you're gonna fucking stabbed or bleeding on the fucking floor, you're gonna help them out. You're gonna try saving them. That's
Yeah,
it.
I
Simple as
would
that.
try to say it. But at the
Just
same
human
time,
need
like,
like
go ahead, my bad.
yeah, just like you got to be a human, man. And it's like either way, we're all human beings. There's only one race as a human race, man. That's what I firmly believe. I don't give a fuck what anyone else says. But all I
Yeah, I
know
feel
is like
you.
eventually, watch when the aliens come down and shit, and then everyone will realize it's just the humans against the aliens. If we had like imagine aliens came down and started wetting everyone up with their plasma guns or something.
Came down from where?
Yeah, I was gonna
Just
ask you, do you believe in aliens?
Uh
whatever.
oh,
I'm just
I
saying
feel it coming.
theoretically,
Are you a glow
aliens came.
burster? I feel it coming. Somebody got
Yeah.
anybody knows the elephant in the room? No, we fuck with you,
No,
bro.
no.
Keep going.
I'm
We
just
fuck
Yeah,
saying.
with you.
I'm
we're
just
just
saying.
playing.
I'm just saying theoretically. Let's say aliens came. I think people would like fuck off with the religion and the race and all that, politics and all that. Left, right is
But wouldn't
Republican,
you agree these
Democrat, whatever.
people are alien like? The people who are running this shit?
Yeah, but I'm just saying. Like, imagine that shit came over here. Like, I think people would band together as humans. You know what I mean?
Hey, let me ask
That's
another
right
question on
now.
top of
That's
that.
right now. We
Hey,
in the now. Like what
Yeah.
will
hey,
happen right now?
it's just like my brother said. Like, what if these people, like Reagan said, isn't an alien president already among us? And we're not talking about fucking ET and fucking attack from Mars. We're talking about we treat people like they're fucking from another fucking dimension or planet. We treat them as if they're aliens. We treat them as if they're not human. You know what I'm saying? So we don't need no spaceships or beam me down Scotties or fucking Planet Nibiru motherships. That's all theoretical science fiction, right? Let me finish. Hold up, let me finish. You know what I'm saying? On top of that, niggas are waiting for aliens, the mothership. Niggas are waiting from Jesus to descend from the fucking pyramid or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Floating on clouds and shit. When none of that shit
I
is
said, beat me
reality, bro.
down, Scotty.
But in reality right now, bro, we treat people, rich or poor, as aliens, and then we blame the rich people because they're rich. We blame the poor people because they're desperate. Meanwhile, we fucking cut in front of the motherfucker in front. We're in the 15 item line at Walmart with 20 items and shit, and don't see no problem with it.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
That's a fact right
Yeah,
there.
It's
I
not.
know.
It may
Back.
never be aliens from
A
space,
part
bro.
of what you
Hey,
like
I wanted. I
And
want.
that's part
Yeah,
of that divide and conquer that they've
so
been doing to us.
that's what I'm saying. Divide and conquer. All I'm saying is right here, what we have right here in this chat right here, is people are thinking outside of the box, outside of the bullshit that they're spewing to everyone that everyone else believes. Not everyone else, but most of the population. I mean, this is how it starts. This is how change starts. Like, I rate
Hey,
this fucking channel. 'Cause this channel brings people around like
hey,
that.
this might be as good as it ever gonna get. So honestly, I'm grateful for that shit. It could be just me by myself thinking these thoughts, but I got other people that think in their own way, outside the box and shit. You know what I'm saying? And they might think outside the box, more outside the box, not think I'm thinking outside the fucking box.
Yeah.
And this is why these panels are important, you know? We gotta have these things.
Exact,
Yeah. Hey, I was
exactly.
gonna say, right quick, shout out to the Mental Ninja. You had did that. What was it? Flat Earth, who's to blame? Man, that shit right there was fire though.
Yeah,
That
It's
shit
the
was
only
fire.
way to
for sure.
build.
I was
The
talking
only way
shit
to
to
build
myself,
is through
literally.
discussion.
I swear
You know what I mean?
I be fucking with you when you be diving into that knowledge, dog. That's why I wish you would have came on to that mask on. But I know you would have had a lot of gems to drop on here. But no, shout out.
That what?
I just did my live stream right before this at the Kirk, cause you was in Kirk, but you had dipped out for a little minute.
Oh yeah, yeah. All right, let me. I don't even want to subscribe to your channel. Let me do that. This Super Sense, right?
Yeah. Cause I remember last
Yeah,
night after the
I'm gonna
promo, you had dropped. Cause I went back and listened to it. I was listening to what you had dropped some gems last night after the promo. But I just want
Yeah,
to
I
say
just
shout out to
subscribed to
you.
your shit, Mental Ninja.
Cause
I
that
didn't know you had a channel.
yeah,
Yeah, I
y'all
subscribe
gotta
to your
check out
shit
that
too.
Flat
Super
Earth.
Sense.
Who's to blame that he did? That shit was fire. I like how you had
I want to check that out.
I like how you
And the
had
police got behind me, nigga.
I like how you had compared it to the basketball court and stuff. That shit was fire for real.
Yeah, I love basketball, bro. It's a philosophy. Yeah.
I feel like any four with me can win. Is that crazy?
Say that again.
Oh yeah. No, I ain't crazy, nigga.
No.
You're supposed
Any
you're
four
supposed to
with
think
me
that
can
way.
win. Like I got a strategy. Like nigga, if you take your eyes off the ball, you fuck.
Hey,
Period.
let me tell you a quick story, right? Hey, yo, Chris, hey, check this out. I was in Florida, right, and at Williams Park in downtown St. Pete, and I was doing my in my fucked up life, right? And this dude walked up to me. He's like, "Hey, man, you got any points?" And I was like, "The fuck you mean, nigga? Hell yeah, now I go good for 20 points right now." And he's like, what are you talking about?" I said, what do you mean? He's like, "You got points." I was like, "Yeah, yeah, I love balling." And the dude next to him said, "No, he talking about needles." And I was like, "Oh hell no, nigga, I got no points, nigga."
God damn.
Over
That
here,
nigga fucked me up.
what? That's what that means. Over here, that points means like how many fucking people you killed. It's like it means like how many like check the scoreboard. How much you score on the other team, pretty much. You know
Bro,
what I
I
mean?
got happy. I'm like, I'm good for 20 points.
He's like, yo, you got your
Here, it's like
5? I got
people.
my 5. Let's run.
I'm not in the streets like
Yeah.
that, but I'm saying my city's becoming fucked up. But that's what people are saying. Like check the scoreboard. You know, you're scoring points. That means
That was that was that was
you're
loving
shooting up the
basketball.
other.
That's good.
Yeah, but like the one thing too that comes to my mind too is like, cause like I really want to blame people. I really fucking do. Cause like that flat Earth shit, I wanted to blame the global. I was taking Eric Dubai's narrative, like, yeah, it's the Masons, it's the Illuminati. Now it's Satan, it's the Luciferians. I'm like, I don't what? And I was like, bro, ain't nobody told you not to question this shit, nigga. That was your fucking decision or undecision. And that's like came out to like, damn, like I could have been asking questions the whole time. It's like I kind of like Dorothy at the end of the movie. You had the power all along, motherfucker. You was keeping yourself here and shit. And it's like when it comes to is it fair or not, it's like, bro, I got opportunity right fucking now. And I always like to bring it back to like the global elites don't tell me how many times I wipe my ass. That's my own decision. And if my booty itching later on, it's like maybe I need to go take a courtesy wipe in the bathroom real quick. You know what I'm saying? And it comes down to that. Like, bro, when are you going to take accountability that you've been making decisions that you wanted to make based on the knowledge that you know? And maybe you need to expand that knowledge. Maybe I got too many fucking limited beliefs that separate me from really growing adequately in the fellowship of the spirit.
No shit,
And to
there's a
expand
good
on what you're
quote.
saying, it's tough.
There's a good quote about that. It says it's like basically the man who thinks he's the smartest in the room is usually the most foolish. You know, and you can't
Oh yeah,
underestimate. You can't really. If you think you know something, that's how you know you're fucking up. Like only like wisdom is knowing that you know nothing. In a way,
No,
all
that's
we
not
know right
wisdom,
now
bro. Wisdom
because
is
no,
performing. Wisdom is
wisdom is
performing your
knowing you
knowledge,
know
bro.
nothing. Wisdom is
No,
knowing you know
that's
wisdom,
nothing
is,
in a
opposite.
way.
wisdom is
You can
putting
know,
knowledge into play and knowing thyself. That's
you know what
that's
I mean by that. I don't mean you know nothing at all, but I'm saying like once you think you know something, you're fucking up because there's so much to learn in life. You know what I mean? There's people who get to like
Hey, you know,
90 years old and they never learn everything. You can never
Well,
learn
it's like
everything in life.
that's the part of that, quote unquote generational indoctrination, because a lot of people are raised, you want to get a good job, you want to get the nice car, the nice home, make sure, you're paying your taxes and you're being an upstanding citizen. But for what? For them to take 97% of your lifetime income from you in taxes, and you only get to spend 3% of your lifetime earnings? Like,
Mhm.
it
And that shit deep too when you talk about the indoctrination in school, because it's you do 12 years in school, and we all know that movie 12 Years a Slave. And then even deeper than that, when you think about the multiplication that they gave us, they only made us go up to 12. 12 times 12 is 144. But just imagine, like they dumbed us down, because if they would have went to 1,000, we'd probably be able to remember that shit. But I just
Disglaiming,
feel like that shit.
Dizium the illusion that wisdom is or a tickle application of knowledge. If she's thinking of pride or overconfidence. Now, what I'm saying about that is this: like wisdom is universal. There's certain laws, natural law, that apply to everything. But I'm saying when it comes down to the basis, like the nature of reality, like the creator, how everything is shaped, how everything is formed, everything, like the base of everything, like what happens when you die, if anything happens when you die, what happens to how you're born, whatever, how all this shit works. It's all conjecture. It's all someone's opinion at the end of the day. There is natural law, which is wisdom at a level which is like
It
natural
just
law is like wisdom at a
in
level that's
nature. In nature, you can find all the answers.
fundamental. It's
What happens when
fundamental.
something dies? You put it in the ground, and it
Right.
becomes food for the earth.
Can't
You
mix
know,
that up with man law.
Yeah, either way, if you break it down like that, yeah, exactly. If you bury something, like when my dog died, I buried the dog. What happens to the dog? It gets
it's all
decomposed. It
alchemy.
becomes it becomes part of a fucking plant or whatever.
yeah,
But is there
we
something
make
else
it
behind
harder
that?
for ourselves to
There's something
if
else
we keep
behind
it on a
that.
simple
Science says,
level.
and something else beyond that. Science says there probably is because every thought is measurable. Like your thoughts, you can measure them. There's a magnetic field that's coming off your mind. The first radio was actually based off a human brain. You know what I mean? There's magnetite inside of your brain. It has a negative and positive field, and it gives off a detectable energy. And energy can never be destroyed. And through the law of conservation,
It
you
comes
know,
from your magnetic pulse comes from your heart. That's your pulse. It's from your heartbeat. It comes from your heart. That magnetic pulse comes from your heart, bro.
it all
It
comes
is
from
in
your
your
mind.
brain, like you said, but it all stems from your heart. That's where the pulse
Yeah.
comes from. That's what you beat, your heartbeat. Everybody have their own rhythm. It's not the same.
And maybe where that whole saying is, like in your heart and stuff, you know?
Huh?
Maybe it's
Hey,
in
you
your
know what's
heart.
funny too? Is
Earth
like,
was the first Bluetooth.
Maybe that saying, maybe that's where that comes from. You know what I mean? Maybe
hey,
that's like
check
your
this
heart,
out.
the energy source for your brain or whatever. It's all working within like a synchronicity. And
Hey, so
maybe
look, when
that's
we
where
talk,
like it's in your heart, but it's also in your mind too. You know what I mean? So that's like,
hey, so like
yeah.
when we talk about like magnetism, right in the mind, like with the certain machinery or technology, we can actually see the harmonic magnetism vortex, whatever, right? But like, if we don't see it that way, how can we have any kind of like understanding or observable proof that it exists and stuff? And it may be like almost like an allegorical sense, like if you have two negative sides, it's going to repel each other, right? If you have two positive sides, it's going to repel each other, but a negative and a positive will attract, right? Now, if we have this magnetic field, we can actually observe it in real life. Okay, and consider this is that when I reach out to grab my water bottle, that's the connection, right? That's the magnetics working and shit. Is I'm reaching out. There's a force in between that's bringing me to want that water bottle. I pick it up with my hand. Now we're connected and shit. You know what I'm saying? And when I put it
Yeah,
back down,
yeah. You
that's
know
the
what? You know
repelling.
what, man? You know what? You're 100% right. Yeah. And you know what quantum physics says? It says that water bottle is not there until you, as a conscious observer, puts it there with your consciousness, with your observation, or whatever. You know.
And it goes a little
exactly.
deeper because you can do it mentally. Like you ever try to or think about somebody and they call you or
Oh
you
yeah,
know
yeah, yeah. It's all connected to that. It's very fucking weird, and people know this and they use it against others. So
Hey, you know
like
what's
it's like
even weirder?
I'm not saying us. I'm saying like the elites and stuff, like the people like the Freemasons, the Shriners, the Rosicarians, the Knights Templar, the York
Hey,
Rite,
hey, I would
Scottish
say this,
Rite, all
bro.
types of stuff.
Hey, bro, we got Freemasons on here all the time and shit. And them niggas don't appear to know anything special, bro. Matter of fact, whatever knowledge they
Because
learn, if they do
Freemasonry,
know it,
Freemasonry is
they don't know.
very
They
controlled.
ain't use
Bro, let people speak, bro.
it. You
Stop
feel
cutting
me? Matter of
everybody
fact,
off, man.
Oh,
hey,
my
on
bad,
that
my bad.
same note, you good. I was talking, hey, yo, Chris. I was talking to a Freemason out here earlier today about a certain individual and shit. They was like, man, what's his fucking name? He ain't supposed to be doing the shit that he doing and shit, bro. And I was like, I don't even know if I should find out, but like, you know what? Do we know if the Freemasons know this? These people in the secret society know? Yes and no. You know what I'm saying? Me being in one, yeah, I've been able to learn some things like that, but did it happen when I went there, or was it already in play? You know what I'm saying? I just kind of realized some things that were already going on. Like we're talking about this magnetism, right? And this quantum physics, right? It's weird to know that my stomach, when I was born, I didn't know I had a stomach, right? And I didn't even know I needed food. However, I was born with a stomach, and there was food designed in the world outside of the stomach that goes into the stomach. Like there was already a relationship happening. Like the sound in the, I always talk about
Mhm.
this, the sound in the ear. What came first, the sound or the ear? When maybe the ear created the sound so it could hear itself. Maybe the sound is the ear speaking to itself and shit. The sight is the eyes giving itself something to perceive. Because you breathe in, you breathe out. You have to breathe. So the air was already here, but so was the idea of the lung, because the air needs a place to go to complete its existence. Otherwise, it doesn't exist. Positive, negative, 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 positive, positive, and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, is that
it,
Freemasonic knowledge or OTO knowledge? That's life knowledge right there, like right in our face that we really ain't maybe looked at in that sense.
Can I say something?
so when you say that it's like you 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 create the limit of the thought. That's the
Boom.
boundaries of it.
Yeah, boundaries.
Yo,
All boundaries are within
it's you
yourself.
creating the
You know.
limits. You
Yeah.
create the matrix.
Everyone has the equal power. No one's better than anyone else here. That's all I have to say.
Oh no.
But
Yeah, and I
Because
feel
like
like what you just said is deep too, and what he was saying earlier, as far as like seeing things before they happen, that's just a part of manifesting. You know, just like if you was sitting here right now, you like I need to do A, B, and C tomorrow, and you actually close your eyes and you see yourself doing it. So then you most likely gonna be able to do it then, and you could apply that on different
guys,
things. And
it's
if
called
it's just a math,
fruition.
can I
yeah,
Fruition.
speak for a minute?
which
Can I speak for a
but
minute?
go
Hmm.
ahead.
All right. Basically, the Freemasons. I know a little about the Freemasons. Okay. So the first 3 degrees is apprentice craft, master craft, or whatever, something else. And these first three, they're called the Blue Lodge. The Blue Lodge, basically, what it is a lot of memorization of both Solomon's Temple and all these other little Hiram Abyss and all these like tales and shit. And it's a lot of charity work and volunteering and shit in the first 3 degrees. And then after that, you can go into like the York Rite, Scottish Rite, Knights Templar, Shriners, all types of shit. I'm saying this shit's set up also in like a hierarchy. So like if you're not like indoctrinated into it through family or something, you're probably never gonna get the real information. And you're probably gonna be used as a tool to advance your little organization. They've even loosened the rules now. If you want to be a Mason, you can just knock on the door. You can call up a lodge that's in your state or whatever, and you can just join. Before you need to like know 2 people to vouch for you to get you in and all that. Now it's like they can't really get members and those slaves to go. It's just you're probably never gonna get the real truth. Remember, the truth is within everyone here. It's within you. It's within everyone. You know what I mean? You don't need some other fucking idiot to tell you what to do.
I almost
It's
felt
like
like I was in church for a minute.
it's like another
Exactly. No. How you
It's like
gonna
a,
say
it's like
all this information, but then turn around and say you're never gonna get the truth? You just
I
no, I'm
thought you was
saying
contradicted
about
just
to go
everything you
drop some.
just said.
I thought you was about to divulge some
I
shit.
just
I'm like,
I
what he
just
gonna
said
say?
within the Freemasonry shit.
No,
I said it's
we
all
hip though.
within you. You don't need the Freemasonry. All the information is
Well,
within you.
we not
You're not
worried
gonna
about
get
the
it from them.
Freemason. We don't need the
This the
Freemason.
advanced class.
The
That's
thing
all.
I'm
is,
saying like
the
all
thing
those all
is,
those like
the
all
thing
those like
is, the
secret
thing is,
societies.
you're not a Freemason, so you really can't even really give us all that information.
I'm definitely not a Freemason.
Speculation.
There you
Right.
go. That's
Like
what we talk
it
about.
be
And
it be some
that's
it be
why
some
that's why this
Masons on
word
here.
that's why that word wisdom is powerful. And that's why I'm saying it's to able to apply and perform the things that you've experienced and and like okay, so wisdom, the quality of having experience, knowledge, and good judgment, the quality of being wise. Another,
Yeah,
the
like
soundness
yeah,
of an action or decision with regard to the application of experience, knowledge, and good judgment. So it's applying these things that you've experienced and and you gained and learned.
yeah. At the basic level, it's like
No,
you're
when ain't
fucking
no
okay.
talking about no level. Ain't no
I'm
level. Ain't
saying,
no
I'm
level.
saying, I'm saying,
Ain't no
like
level.
good
No, no,
judgment.
no,
It's
no,
like
no. I'm just saying there's no
you put your
level.
hand in the
There's
fire,
no
you get
level.
burnt.
There's no
It's
level.
basic like that. It's
There's
good
no
judgment,
level.
simple. It's
I,
like
I'm
logical
not putting
consistency,
I'm not putting a
common sense.
category or title on anything. So I'm not gonna say, oh no, there's this basic level, then there's this level. Now you're adding a hierarchy to wisdom.
I'm just saying, like wisdom is like almost like common sense in a way.
Nah,
It's
bro.
deeper than that. It's the
Wisdom is not
wisdom to
just
know that
common.
it's also the
Wisdom is
wisdom to
not
know
just
the
common
difference.
sense.
The
Wisdom is not
Catholics and
common sense
Christians
because
say
if it was just common sense and you knew wisdom, you wouldn't be trapped in the system right now, and you wouldn't be on here with us.
I'm trapped in there, but I'm fighting to get away from it.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
Hey,
It's
mental
hard.
ninja
It's
said
harder.
drop the
It's
link.
hard to do, man. Like you have to survive and shit.
It's
You
not
know what I
hard to
mean?
do. You making it hard to do. It ain't hard to do.
Hard for me, man.
You heard
I
me,
know I'm
Chris?
fucking up.
Chris.
Yeah, that
What up?
common sense is definitely not common these days. I love saying that shit, and that's
That
why I
mental
say
ninja.
over
Oh,
too.
my bad. Mental ninja said drop the link. Oh,
Yep.
you got it.
I
Okay.
dropped it.
I'm fucking up. I'm trying to learn, man. Remember, like
Now you good,
you
bro?
know, like I'm.
This is like an
Hey,
advanced class over here, bro. Everybody,
Yeah, like I'm
we hip
young and
to the
shit. Like
Freemason shit.
you guys have way more knowledge than me. So I'm just trying to learn a little bit. But I've done a lot of studying and everything. I've been researching this shit, like obsessed with it for a while.
Hey, I
And
just want to bring it back to what Mental Ninja asked you earlier. Is you a globalist?
nah, man, I'm not none of these fucking terms and shit. I'm just like I'm my own individual person, bro.
do
You
you
know what I mean?
do you believe in the globe or flat Earth? That's just basically what he's saying, bro. Simple.
Well, I haven't really thought about it that much, man. Personally, like I don't
That's
really
cool.
care what the shape is. I don't really care what the shape is. I'm just trying to put.
So,
I don't
so
know. I was
what do you care about? Like, what's the most important thing to you? Like right
right
now?
now, right now, just trying to pay my rent
Right.
and like
Well,
just trying to survive, man. That's about it.
That's some real
yeah,
shit.
yeah, I
Yeah.
feel that. But I mean, like,
Real shit, man. That's about it, man.
I mean,
But
as far
beyond
as
that,
the
like
truth, because you talk about like finding the truth and you're never gonna find it. I'm saying like, if there was one truth that you cared about, like knowing what is it?
I just want, like, I want to know about like the creator, like God or whatever you want to call it. You know, like I just want to know like where we came from and what we're doing. Like I know it's probably never gonna happen. Like no one's ever gonna be able to really.
All right, but
Like
by
it's,
you wanting to know the creator, wouldn't you want to understand the creation as well?
yeah, that's pretty much that. That's I love that'd be my main goal in life. I trade any money or anything for that knowledge.
All right, so now I'm asking. So with the
Yeah, you
shape
get
of the Earth, not go ahead, Mister Nessie. My bad. I was trying to get to a point.
no, that was me. I'm just
No,
saying.
no, go
Get
ahead.
that,
No,
yeah,
go
that was
ahead.
me. I'm gonna give it right back to you. I'm just saying you can get that knowledge for free. But go ahead, Super. You
Yeah, I
going?
was just saying, like you said, you don't care about the shape or anything, but you just contradict yourself because you say you want to learn about the creator and where you from and stuff, and that all lines up with where you're at right now.
Where we all come, you know what I mean? Everyone's on a fundamental level. Everyone's the same, like energy wise.
Hey, can I
You
say
know,
something? Look, hey,
maybe like
so
the
like,
same source and everything, you know.
hey, so look, check this out. Like me and my man, we was he jumped. I had a live stream. He's like, man, it just popped up on my thing, and I'm checking you out. So we talked about an hour and shit. And of course, we did talk about the globe Earth and ball and flat Earth and stuff, and that, it's a good thing. Like I want to know, bro. Like I want to know, because like where do I start? You know what I'm saying? And for me, I'll tell you my experiences. Like I never even knew where to start. I didn't really thought about is there a starting. I was kind of like just jumping from fucking platform to platform on some Frogger type shit. You know what I'm saying? And then when the flat Earth thing came into play, I was like, this is fucking bullshit. These people are stupid. Trump is probably going to win the fucking election if there's people that believe that the Earth is flat. But then I asked myself, like, nigga, you've never been to fucking space. How do you really know? And it's like, I really don't know. I just been told, and
How
I
do you
kind of
not
just
know it's a fucking?
agree.
It could be a triangle. You never know. It
It,
could be
it,
a pyramid.
it could be that, and I said that. See, this is. It doesn't matter
It
really
could be a
what it
hexagon,
is. Like, but let me
The
finish.
tetrahedron.
pro- the
What
the problem
Right.
the
what
I
problem
can,
is
happened
you
I
was
don't
can,
know. That's the
I can.
problem that you don't know.
No,
After
you're
all these
told
years
something.
on this place,
But
you
You're
should
told something.
know for a
What
fact.
I see is like what I see is like this. Usually, people lie. Human beings lie to gain power, to make some type of money, which is also power. So it's like
The
if it's like a
power is over
triangle,
you
if it's a
though. The
triangle, a
power is over
sphere.
you.
Okay, but I'm saying if it's a pyramid, a rectangle, a sphere, whatever shape, what does it matter? Why would anyone lie about it?
Because if they can control
well.
your
Let me say
mind, they can
this.
control
Let me say
you.
this.
If they can
and
control
and
Go
what
ahead,
you
Yeah,
Chris.
just
think,
give you like a
make
whole
and
fairy tale
control
narrative
what you think
of
and make
reality.
money off of you. Check this out. They're giving
Yeah.
you all these layers of spheres,
Of bullshit,
atmospheres
layers of
from the
bullshit.
space,
It's like
from
a
outer
bullshit
space
pie, bullshit
to
cake
in the.
with a bunch of
Hey,
layers
hey,
in it.
hold on, hold on. Do y'all hear me?
yeah,
Yeah, I
we
hear
hear
you,
you.
bro.
My
Hey, you
bad.
gotta
Okay,
let him talk,
okay,
bro.
because
I hear you.
somebody talking and I'm really just trying to get to something real quick. So there's layers of spheres. Okay, you have the thermosphere. This is the layer where you have satellites, your the rockets and the space stations and shit. Yeah, okay. So knowing that all these metals have a burning point, knowing that they have golden fused, and gold is probably one of the strongest metals that they have on there. But let's just say, even though if it's not, or okay, whatever, either way, these metals have a melting point. So the temperatures in the upper thermosphere can range from 500 degrees Celsius to 2000 degrees Celsius. And if you don't know, 500 degrees Celsius is 932 degrees Fahrenheit. So
so this
that's just the upper. So what we saying is, if
You have
people
it
are being
reversed.
burst into rockets and hitting the space station, the whole rocket, including the people and everything else, would melt.
Right.
Yeah, Fahrenheit and Celsius reversed. Celsius is lesser than Fahrenheit. It's like okay, Celsius, like over
No,
here,
Celsius.
like over here, it's like hot over where I'm at, like 32 Celsius or something. That's like 90 degrees Fahrenheit. You know what I mean?
Can
Like,
you Google? You got a phone that you're on, or are you on a computer? Because I want you to look this up on Google right now and just Google 500 degrees Celsius,
yeah, that's like,
and then translate that into
yeah,
Fahrenheit,
Fahrenheit. That's like
so
thousand.
you can understand
It's
how.
over a
So you
thousand
can
Fahrenheit.
understand how hot that
That's
is.
super hot. They can melt metal and shit.
Exactly. Every kind of metal on this plane we on right now.
Yeah, you can melt all that shit with that.
Exactly.
That's
So
how.
how are
That's
they?
how Drew is
How
doing.
is their satellites? How is their space station? How is their rockets going up in this sphere?
How are they doing 2 hour spacewalks?
There's certain alloys that are human made, like metal alloys, like
Oh,
which is
here he go.
crazy.
But there aren't any alloys that withstand that type of heat.
He just
God
said
is
he
one.
just no, hold on. Let's trap back.
Hey, she on stream.
500 degrees Celsius is hot. It will burn. It will burn metal. All these metals. And we just asked him, and he just gave us that answer. Come on, bro. You can't play both sides.
That's the suit.
Hey, let me jump. Let me
Mask
jump
off,
in.
I'm
bro.
playing both sides. Man.
Hey, look, hey, my man. So, like, basically, like, this is what I'm gonna like ask you, right, to consider something, right? Just consider that maybe we don't know. Just maybe. Not saying that
I
we
don't
just
know.
don't
I
know,
have
but
no
just
idea.
maybe. Let me finish. Let me finish, bro. Let me finish. I'm gonna ask you a question. Have you poured through the data and reproduced the factual science that we have based our entire cosmogony on yourself?
I've done what I could. I've
Oh,
done what I
okay,
Would
could.
you
fair
come?
enough, fair enough,
What'd you
fair
come up
enough.
with?
But let me ask you another question. Do you feel like you are moving right now when you're sitting in your house or wherever you're at?
Well, yeah, you don't feel it, no.
That should be a clue. When I'm in a car, I feel the car traveling. I see the things passing by and stuff. Okay, now to see things passing by and not feel it negates the idea of motion, right? Unless we're traveling through a vacuum, which still negates the idea of motion in a certain sense, because the vacuum is constantly pulling at all directions, which will pull us apart. So the
Space is
atmosphere,
a
look,
vacuum.
that's
There you go.
that's bullshit.
That's what we're
Because
taught.
what a
That's
vacuum
what
is, not even space can exist. Planets cannot exist in a vacuum because planets are made of molecules. Molecules do not exist in a vacuum.
And
That's
then
that's what it proves, right?
back to our atmosphere. It's made of a gas, so it should
that's why
be.
Neptune
The,
and
A
the
light
Jupiter.
clouds
gas,
would suck out the vacuum, right? If
a
we went
light
to
gas
space,
too.
wouldn't it
So
go
that the
through the
density
holes?
that means that our planet should be ripped into pieces. Now this is the thing, okay? Now the whole
I've
idea of
used
like
vacuums.
what's
I
the
use
important?
vacuums
Hold on,
for
let me
my
finish though.
weed.
Let me finish real quick, bro. The whole purpose, right, of questioning the cosmogony, the shape, size, and consistency of the place where you live, it only will help you understand the cosmogony, the shape, size, and consistency of the place that you live, right? Now, how are you to know God if you can't know the things that you see and perceive and go through every day, going down to the person going through it? Now, let's say if it was a mystery and we haven't been told the truth, or is some kind of game or whatever that we don't know, why wouldn't we want to know? And so the educational system is set up in such a way through propaganda we've been talking about with the mask and stuff. This isn't the first time they used the mask idea. Santa Claus, fucking Jesus, any fucking group conform belief system that people have to voluntarily submit as a requirement. They voluntarily submit to the belief. Okay. Now,
Yeah.
if they're hiding something, why lie about it? And Chris mentioned it. Finance. He mentioned marketing. He mentioned buying and selling. That means that if this place is not the way we think it is, then that means the way it operates and the resources in it are not limited, possibly, as they say they are. You put us on a spinning ball, hurling through fucking space at X amount of miles an hour, going around a sun that's also hurling through space at X amount of miles an hour. and the moon's hurling through space around us. Everything's hurling in space around other things that's hurling through space, and the North Star
You
never
see the
fucking
same
Yeah,
moves.
stars.
You know, let me finish.
Real shit, real shit.
Which
Let me
means
see
so
some.
basically, real quick. Basically, the flat Earth idea as the beginning is just a way to get people to question their reality. It doesn't really, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if you believe it or not. Do you have the capacity to question
Yeah,
a
this is
fundamental belief that the whole entire world shares that disagree on whose God is the real God and whose race is
that's
the
what I'm
real
saying.
race?
I'm saying this shit right here, this conversation, this whole panel is fucking beautiful right now. You know what this does? This actually creates change right here. Why? Because we're questioning things and we're on the same level where we're not really arguing, where we're kind of like learning different perspectives, and that's where how you find truth at the end of the day. You know what I mean?
Bro,
And
you're in a good position, right? You're see what you just said. You admitted you are on a panel right now with other individuals, or five, yeah, five individuals, and a fucking chat full of other 9 other people who all are flat earthers, I believe, right? And now you get to hear from us, and it may
Nah, I'm a
take
hexagon
away
earther.
some of the sting of who's not.
No,
I'm a
Oh, nigga,
pyramidist.
fuck you, right?
no, no.
I'm a
I'm a
neutral.
pyramidist,
I'm a
man.
neutral Earth.
I said I'm a hexagon
Hey,
earther. Hexagon.
I'm a pentagrammer.
I'm tetrahedron, my nigga. Hey, look, I'm
I'm a,
Metatron's cube,
I'm a
nigga. Look,
hecta.
but
I'm
look,
a hexagonzaler.
Nah, I'm like
Megatron,
hey,
Alkaline.
to
I'm,
my
Megatron,
man of the chat,
I'm a
look,
Mexatron shit, whatever that
Megatron.
Dracula said.
man, nigga, with the UFO. Remember the UFO, nigga? It was a fly, it was a bee or some shit.
No,
Hey, look,
on some
but to
real
my
shit
man on
though.
the panel,
On
right?
some real shit, I love
Look,
this
hey, real
shit. I
quick,
love these types of
real quick,
conversations,
hey,
man.
real quick.
That's all I'm saying.
Let's make what's the? Oh
Hey,
yeah,
bro,
yeah,
look,
yeah.
but this is where you at. You
That
have a
sounds
beautiful
dope.
opportunity right now. Look, check this out. Is that you're here with us. We're talking about it. So you are okay to go and investigate for yourself because you're here with other guys that believe it. And we're okay with you not knowing or not agreeing and stuff. Because, like, look, you can find out for yourself and you have proof that other people have done it too. You won't be alone. You won't be fucking ostracized because you come up here with us. And we're like,
Yeah,
nah, fuck that. We feel you, bro.
yeah. You guys are some real
The key
motherfuckers,
is
We
bro. That's all
encourage
I
you
say.
to.
So,
You
bro,
guys are great,
I
bro.
want you to think about this
That
about the
shit.
globe. They say we're spinning. That's a nice tap, by the way.
appreciate it.
Yeah, yeah.
We're spinning 1,000 miles an hour, right? While we're orbiting the sun 67,000 miles an hour. While the sun is dragging us through space at 500,000 miles an hour, as we were ejected from the no, yes, we were ejected from the Big Bang at 1.3 trillion miles an hour. And like they said, you still see the same stars. If we're quote unquote 4 billion years old, as they say, you know how far we gotta be from the stars that the first human saw. And think about this: if we're 4 billion years old, and it says that the moon is moving away from the Earth 1 centimeter a year, 4 billion years is a long time for that moon to be further than what they say it is.
Ooh,
Hey, on top of that, Raf, hey,
no,
on top of that, like, I can look up and see every fucking crater on the moon, bro. Like, nigga, how good are my eyes? I wear fucking contacts. That shit is 350,000 plus miles away, give or take. You know what I'm saying? 1,000 miles and
That
shit. It
power.
doesn't matter, but I can see every crater. And then it's another thing, too, is why are the craters darker? Shouldn't the craters be affected by the light the same way as every other part of the moon? Would it make it all white? But I see definition and stuff. And on the horizon, the moon is way bigger, which
Yep.
doesn't make sense because they teach us it's optical illusion. They have not found proof of why it's like that and shit. You know what I'm saying? So this is the big clue though. If the moon is bigger, considerably double or triple or quadruple its size, 500% bigger on the horizon, why are not the stars 500% bigger on the horizon too? Why are all the stars stars? They should be bigger stars, smaller stars, bigger stars. It should be like a vast array of different shapes and sizes in the sky. Yet we can tell a star from another star because they all have a similar shape, size, and consistency. The sun and moon equally have a shape, size, and consistency. Another thing too, why don't we have full eclipses of the sun and the moon when in the morning time when the sun is big as a motherfucker and shit? It's showing a strategic, very precise, exact fucking cycle of a system that doesn't compute with a fucking impossible. Basically, our evolutionary universal structure is basically saying that you can get a pile of dirt, scatter in the wind, and over 4 billion years, it'll become a fucking spoon. You know what I'm saying? Or after 4 billion years, the dishes in your house will wash themselves and put themselves up in the fucking dish spot. You know what I'm saying?
Yep,
It
it's
just
like
doesn't make sense,
like
and
a pile
that's
of metal went in a tornado, and a fucking Boeing 747 just constructed itself in a tornado and came out flying. Like, it's just it's not gonna happen. And you're right. You know,
and you know what the main goal for that is if you
The
can get
craters
kids to
alone.
believe in Santa Claus and have the whole fucking world and every major government system, the UPS, mail going to the North Pole, the fucking FCC, which is the fucking commissions and radio broadcast and TV and shit, and the Trade Commission, which is retail and shit, with Santa Claus there and shit, our parents doing the thing and shit, you know what I'm saying? If you can convince them that, and you can convince them that the world is a ball with all these bullshit theoretical numbers that will reproduce truth out of the theoretical bullshit numbers, then you can convince people anything else you want, whatever whim you want. Masks, invisible fucking
Masks.
gods, fucking
All of
Iranian generals that want to kill us,
Invisible enemy. Look, we fighting
witch
an
hunts.
invisible enemy. That's crazy.
But the person that
And they
starts to think
admitting it
for
on
himself
national TV.
is the greatest enemy to mankind. But first, he must become an enemy to himself. And fucking what's that nigga? Alexander the Great says, "You want to conquer the world? How can you conquer the world? You got to conquer yourself first."
Real shit.
And crazy
If
thing,
you
check
want to,
this
you
out.
have to be the
Check this
change
out.
you want to
The
see in the
only
world,
time,
like Tupac was saying.
the only
Remember that
time
track
they
too?
have, the only time they have the world pay attention to the sky is when there's a eclipse or a lunar eclipse. You ever wonder why?
If you want to change
Go ahead. Go
people, you
ahead.
have to change yourself first. You cannot expect other people around you to change unless you change yourself to them like crazy. You know what I mean? You have to get slapped in the face a few times like Jesus or something.
Okay,
You know
again,
what I mean?
but again, like okay, again, I'm gonna say this
You have
again.
to keep it going. No, if you
Okay,
want to show, like, if you want to get to a
I'm gonna
cartoon,
say this again.
well, you might have to go Old
I'm gonna say
Testament on
I'm gonna
motherfuckers
say this
eventually. You never
again.
know.
There's only one time or two times where they had the world pay attention to the sky, and that's when there's an eclipse or lunar eclipse. Do you ever wonder why?
It has something to do
Shit.
with like the alleged. Basically, if you guys search up Dr. Michael Persinger, he explains it perfectly. You search up Dr. Michael Persinger on YouTube. No more secrets. He has a PhD. He's a neuroscientist. And what he said was
Hey, bro.
basically like
I think. Hey,
imagine
look.
7 billion wires representing every human being connected to the Earth's magnetic field. And that's how it is. Everyone's connected through the Earth's magnetic field, and we're not the only species that are like this.
it's
Many
the
species are like this, like bats and
Hey,
dolphins,
bro.
shit like that.
Hey, look. I want to. Hey, bro. Real quick. I want to let you know something. It's like,
I
nigga, Chris Cyphers is Dr. Persinger. Raphael Flat Plane is Dr. Persinger. We all Dr. Persingers, bro. So you gonna get the
He's a
same wealth of
Canadian.
knowledge
He's a
without the fucking.
Canadian. He died a couple of years ago.
Look, but check me out. But check me out, bro. Like Chris asked you a question and shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like a really
Some
simple
old
question
dude.
and stuff. You know,
Some old
because
motherfucker.
listen, bro. So listen, bro. And he asked that question for a very good reason. And I'm positive that he has something valuable he wants to try to open up. So like, let's try to answer that question real quick. Go ahead, hey, Chris. Ask your question again, bro. This is your show, nigga. My bad.
Nah, you good. You right though. Like I said, there's only one or two times they have you pay attention to the sky, and that's when there is an eclipse or a lunar eclipse. Do you ever wonder why?
They're using your
Nope.
consciousness. I think they're using your consciousness or something, your attention. You know what I mean? Like what Persiger said, he's saying like when people have these phenomenon that happens, like let's say your brother dies or something, but you haven't like talked to your brother for a long time, and there's like across the fucking world or something, where you feel like something bad happened, and that intuition. Apparently, that happens when the Earth's magnetic field is at the lowest frequency, like when there's less geometric interference through like like through like storms and stuff, like electro
It's it's called ether.
electromagnetic
It's
electromagnetic
called the
storms and
ether.
shit.
Ether, my
Yeah.
Hey,
brother.
let me ask
Ether.
you a question real quick. Hey, Chris, why, what you got? What you think about the solar eclipses and shit? Why they doing it?
Okay. Well, first off, we know what numbers do, and we know things line up according to numbers in the events. So just to start off right there, we already know where this is gonna end up. At the end of the
Yeah.
day, it's draining your energy, using your energy.
Casting them spells.
When you but for them to do that to you, it's a spell. Because the thing is, you're fantasizing over something that you really don't see all the time, but actually happens a lot if you just pay attention. So at the time where they say, "Oh, check the moon or the sun and the moon at this time and see what happens." Bam, 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 bam. So now what everybody is doing is gonna wait, time the clock, and when that happens, you're fantasizing. You're amazed. You're
Alright.
glamorizing now. So they're using you're putting emotion into it. So now they're draining your energy for the spell or ritual that they're doing. And that's what it really all boils down to.
Hey,
That's fact right there. Real
I'm
shit.
gonna say,
And
I'm gonna
that's
say
crazy
this.
too, because
Hey, let me
go ahead.
go. No, go ahead, bro.
No, I was just gonna say real quick, it's crazy too, because I remember going to I can't remember if it was called a planetarium or whatever they fuck they called it. When you went to look at the stars.
Observatory.
Yeah, that's that one.
Yeah.
When you went up
Okay.
in there to look at the stars, they told you not to look at the sun, and they had that one little telescope where you could just see the sun. And even when they tell us to look at these eclipses, they tell you to like do it on a piece of paper. You know what I'm talking
They
about?
show burn up your cornea. It's bad for your eyes, man. Yeah, you know Ray Charles, when he was a kid, he used to stare at the sun and shit. That's why he went blind after.
Well, I stare at the sun like a motherfucker.
Well, to give you a little bit of information on that, the thing is you have the sun have phases, and everything that you have to get used to, it have to be habitual, like working out, smoking, drinking, running, driving, anything you're learning, your experience, it have to be habitual for you to grasp the whole
Your body's
knowledge
your
of
mind's your
what's
body's your
going on.
mind's temple. You gotta respect the
So
temple. You gotta build up the temple. If you don't have a strong body, you can't really have a strong mind.
no, bro. I'm giving you information. So just please listen. So and this is things that you can actually test out yourself personally. You don't have to go in no book for this. You have the sun have phases. The sun has times where it rises, and the sun has times where it's set. So you have to start at the times where you're able to stare and look at the sun, which at when it starts rising and when it starts setting, not at the peak. If you're looking at it at the peak when it's at the strongest part, no, you're not going to be able to look at it, and you might damage your eyes.
Yeah, real
So this
shit.
is the
Like you know,
proper
you know,
way.
you know
This
when
is
you look at.
so this is the proper way of sun gazing. You
Yeah,
take
you're
it
right.
minutes at a time, and
You
then
can
you
do
do
it. You
it
can even
at
close your
different
eyes and
times.
look into it. You
Oh
can
my
close your
god!
eyes and look into it.
Oh
You
my
still get it.
god, bro! Stop talking for me. Can you just listen? I'm trying to help you. So
No, I know what
you
you're saying.
take all right. You understand? You understand?
Tell us about sun
Yeah,
gazing.
you don't want to
Tell
burn
us
up your
about sun
eyes and
gazing.
shit.
Tell us about sun gazing. Then come on.
What's the
I'm
benefits
saying
from
that
sun
I'm saying
gazing?
bare vitamin D. You get the vitamin D that comes through the sun. You get the energy of the sun, which is like the creator. That's what Jesus, everything is based off.
Oh.
That's
I
the
don't even
benefits
know
of.
that. No, vitamin D don't even relate to that shit. But no, I'm gonna check you. I'm gonna give you even more since you know about it. Okay, So when you sun gaze and you're receiving the energy from the sun, what is that replace? What source is that replacing?
That's like the pot. That's like the whole life energy, pretty much. You know what I mean?
I said, what is it replacing? It's not replacing your life energy. I said, what source is it replacing?
It's not. That is the source, pretty much.
Oh man, yeah, you don't know, dude.
Sun, without the
When
sun,
you
nothing
sun
would
gaze,
exist. We wouldn't be able to. We wouldn't be able to talk right now.
bro. Again, you don't know, and you're trying to answer something that you don't know, and I'm trying to help you, but you're still cutting me off. Not even get like, bro. It's cool. We all been here, bro. We all been here. But when you got people that's trying to help you, let the people teach you and give you this knowledge, because you don't obviously have this knowledge. When you
I'm not
sun
trying to come
gaze,
off
the
like
energy that you're getting from the sun is not just vitamin D. And what it's replacing is this physical food source that you're eating, like meats, vegetables, fruits. Not saying that fruits and vegetables are bad, but it's replacing that food source. When you sun gaze,
like
you don't even have
the
to go
life.
back. Here you go again. Here you go again. Here you go
I'm
again.
saying, like, I agree with
Here
you.
you
It's
go
like
again. No. You cutting me off. You. Come on, calm down, bro.
I'm just gonna say one thing. I'm saying the life
No, you don't
energy.
need to
That's
say
what they
one thing
call
because
it.
you don't even know. You don't even know. So just for a second and just get the information so you can
The whole thing
learn
is, like,
and
no
you can
one.
go out and perform this stuff yourself.
Yeah, like I know. Like no
No,
one
you
really
don't
knows.
know. You don't know.
Yeah.
Stop telling me you know, because you don't know.
I know what you're saying. I understand what you're
No,
saying.
you don't know what I'm saying.
Well, if you know what he's saying, let him finish saying it.
Or why don't you just tell me what I'm about to say? How
You
about
about to
that?
say shit, nigga?
How about that? I'll even mute my mic so you can go ahead and tell me what I was about to say.
Hey, hold up, like,
What
hey,
you
bro.
were
So
saying, like, I do pay
um,
attention to what you're saying. Like, it's not one ear at the other. What you were saying right before I cut you off, I'm sorry for that, was you were saying that it's like the life energy. Sun gazing is pretty much like life energy, which is what I tried saying. It's like from you can get it from fruits and vegetables and all types of different stuff that's natural. That's what you're pretty much saying. You can get the same thing. You don't really even need to eat that shit if you do that.
Then
And
why do
all
you
I was
gotta
trying to say
No,
before,
actually, you're wrong. You can't just live off sun gazing. The reason why you was provided fruits and
no, I'm saying
vegetables.
like you probably need less. You probably need less if you
Now
supplement
you
like
need
this.
less. Now you need to check yourself.
Well, of course, you need to eat something. Yeah.
Now you need to eat. Oh, now
You need
I thought
you need
to replace the life source.
proper.
I thought to replace the life source.
No, you need a proper diet too.
A life source is not just food. I just said food.
It could supplement everything though.
But you
I'm
said
not
a
trying to
life
disagree
source,
with
and I
you.
said food, and the life source have more to do with food.
I'm not trying to disagree with you. I'm not trying to debate
No, I'm
something.
just saying what
let me
you
say.
said. This is what
Because I
you
know
said.
you're right. Why would I debate something I know you're right in?
I'm
Because we
not
have
saying
different
you're
understandings.
debating, but you are the way you coming off. It's kind of like you saying you didn't know it
I
from the
know you're
beginning.
right. I know you're
Now
right,
I
man.
go into this
You already
information,
won. You're
and
right.
now
You
you
are
cut me
100%
off
right.
to tell me what I'm about to say or all this other stuff, and I'm just like, huh?
Nah, bro, man, it's your platform. You're right either way, and I know that. So
It,
either way, we have, does
Nah,
that really matter?
you're doing this.
All we need to have is
It has nothing to
all we
do
need
with
to
my
have is
platform. This is just what you're doing.
no, but
Buddy, buddy,
all we need
buddy,
is
let me help you
all we
out. Let
need
me
is
help you out.
Hey,
Let
bro,
me help you
let me
out.
say something real
I'm
quick.
saying
Just let
listen,
him
all
finish
everyone.
talking. Just let him finish talking.
Bro, we hear you.
I want to say one
Stop real
thing and I'll
quick,
shut
right?
up for a while. I want to say one last thing and I'll shut up.
We don't. Hey, look,
All
we
we
been
need,
here. We heard it. Go ahead, nigga.
I'm saying all we need is a solid. All we need is a foundation. You know what I mean? Like we're all thinking on a different level here. That's all we need. And then anything beyond that, we should be, instead of like going against each other, like argue. Like, no, like I agree with you. I'm a fucking idiot. I'm gonna admit that right now. I probably don't understand a lot of what
Hey,
you're
bro,
Hey
look.
saying.
man,
Hey,
don't
look.
say
Hey,
Let
look.
me
that.
Hey,
let
look.
me
Stop.
finish.
Stop.
Let
Hey,
me
bro.
finish.
Please stop.
I
Stop.
don't
Hey,
Stop.
don't
understand
say
it.
that though.
Yeah, don't say you an idiot, bro. Nobody called you
I'm
that.
saying,
Yeah, man.
I'm saying I don't understand it properly,
Bro,
and but
when
I'm saying,
somebody tell you about
I'm saying
themselves, you listen.
at least we have this, we have one
I'm just
common
okay.
ground. We have a common platform,
Hey,
common ground,
hey,
whatever.
let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a
That's all
question real
we
quick,
need,
bro.
man.
Have you
And
ever
that's
seen
it.
that movie? Hey, listen. Hey, bro, listen. Have you ever seen that movie Master of Disguise when that nigga was like the turtle nigga? He was like, "This is what you're doing. This is what I want you to do." Right. So look, check
I
this
haven't
out. This
seen
is
that
for
one.
anybody, right? I'm gonna say this, right? I'm gonna read a quote, right? This is a good quote that we may all need to take into account for ourselves at certain times and shit, right? Is like this: people think that talking is a sign of thinking. It isn't. For the most part, on the contrary, it's a mechanical dodge of the body to relieve oneself of the strain of thinking. Just as exercising the muscles help the body to become temporarily unconscious of its weight, its pain, its weariness, and the foreknowledge of its doom. So look, what I'm saying is like when Chris asks you, when Chris is talking, bro, like if you don't know, it's okay to not say nothing and to listen so you can learn. And if you have something to say in reflection or after, then say it. But like when a man starts talking and stuff, whether it's his platform or not, we have been doing this for a little bit. We kind of understand each other's, how we each other works and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Is that when a person is talking, just let them talk, bro. We don't have to like cut them off to tell them what we're thinking as they're talking, because when we're doing that, we're not listening to what they're saying and stuff. We have already came to a conclusion of our own, and now we're trying to override them. And what Chris is basically doing, bro, and no, we don't think you're an idiot and shit. You know what I'm saying? You a man just like all of us. We all here together. Everybody's fucking picture square is the same size, shape, and dimensions. Ain't nobody picture square bigger than the other picture square, right? So we all here in a commonality, man. But like when we're talking about like the sun and all this stuff, man, like what's best to do, bro? Consider this: is that if Chris has an opinion or experience that he wants to share, allow him to share, right? And then if you have an experience or opinion that you want to share that after he's done, or when somebody else, after when it's your turn, you know what I'm saying? But like it's kind of hard to share once you're trying to give somebody trying to give you the fucking food and you're biting the fucking fingertips before the nigga gave the fucking food to your hand, or you know what I'm saying, put on your plate and shit, you know what I'm saying? And like when we're talking about
Just
sun gazing and
decorum.
stuff, bro, it's like it would probably be important to know why you're sun gazing and what the cause the effects can have on you. That's why he's talking about when the sun rises early in the morning stuff, which is the proper time. And that is important too, because it's funny that the sun is bigger on the horizon, which to our senses says it's actually closer, because objects appear are closer than they appear. But when you're looking at something bigger, it's fucking bigger, right? That means it's closer. And then when it gets above us, it's smaller and appears to be farther away. But the reason it looks like that, and the reason it looks bigger on the horizon going down in the setting, is because of the ultramagnetic spectrum. When we're seeing the colors, if you look at the ultramagnetic light spectrum, you will see those colors represented in the course of the sun across the sky. From early morning, it's like an orangish red. It goes from blue to like red to orange. And then when it gets above your head, then the yellow, when it gets above your head, it's almost like a blinding white. You cannot look because you're at the fucking medium of the ultramagnetic spectrum, which is the most influential over the things happening up
Yeah,
below it,
yeah.
right?
Talk about
And
the
as it goes
color
down,
spectrum.
let me finish. Hold on. I'll
Sorry,
tell you I'm done.
color
When it
spectrum.
goes down, you see. Look, when it goes down, you see the reds and the orange again. Then you see the green, and then you see the blue, and then you see the violet. You see Roy G. Biv reflected equally out. Roy G. Biv
Roy G.
is
Biv.
the limit of the. Let me finish. The light spectrum of the sun, bro. You know what I'm saying? So like, what I'm trying to tell you, bro, is that, or trying to
Red, orange,
suggest, or whatever,
green.
consider for you, you know what I'm saying, is that when we're looking at the sun, what we're doing is we're perceiving how light works. The sky is blue because the sun is shining the bluish white light. The sky is orange because we're looking at that sight, that's that sphere of the sun's dimension of orange light. It's green and it's purple and stuff because we're looking at the limited, the more loosely compacted part of the spectrum and shit. And then when there's no spectrum, we see the darkness of space. And that's like in the flat Earth model, they kind of use like a fucking like a flashlight going around the Earth and shit. When that's not how it is, it's an ultramagnetic rainbow emanating out from the sun in all directions in concentric circles. So when you sun gaze, your fucking eyes act as a prism, and you need to know how to do it the right way. Otherwise, you're gonna cause damage to your cornea because it can't receive pure white light at the sun at high noon, which is also symbolic for Jesus. Too fucking massive for the people in the temple
So
at
what I
12
was
years
gonna
old.
say is like, if you're gonna do the sun gauge, and as long as it, like, you know,
It's
when
a
you look at
triple
like a
decker
bright light,
sandwich.
you know when you look at like a bright light, and then you see like
You
a,
got a
a thing,
triple decker sandwich.
PB
and then
and
you see
J.
like
Oh,
fucked up
fuck
vision,
him
and you
up.
see like a thing,
Yeah, man.
you see it,
You see the
it looks,
spots.
yeah. As long as it doesn't do that, you're fine. Oh, dude. You will fuck up
You're
your
always
vision either way.
I
gonna
mean,
see spots
Oh, yeah.
regardless if you look at the sun when you can see the sun or you try to look at the sun when it's out. You're always gonna see that, and those are
I
just
fucked up my vision
those
so
are
bad
those
from
are
fucking doing what
distractions.
I'm doing.
Oh my God, here we go again, my nigga.
Hey,
God,
Chris.
bro, those spots
Chris,
that
ask you
you've
a
seen
question
are
real quick.
nothing but just fragments of colors. You always gonna see those, and you're gonna see different colors. You're gonna see the green, you're gonna see the red, you're gonna see brown, you're gonna see yellow, you're gonna see orange, you're gonna see blue, you're gonna see all those colors. Those just fragments of colors that you that's all that is.
Oh,
When you look
are you
at
talking about? Are you
the
like
sun,
me, bro?
every
Hold on,
color.
Chris. Can I ask you something?
Go ahead, go
Do
ahead,
you
go ahead.
see? Do you see like that overlay of everything? Like it's kind of like a TV screen type thing. Like, do you see like when you close your eyes, you see like, all types of different colors and shit? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah,
yeah.
it's
Like
kind
not
of like
colors, but
that.
like you know what I mean? Like nothing's really solid. Like it's like everywhere. Like it's kind of like how a TV does something. Like you know, like plays a thing.
Well,
Like if you look really closely at it, it has like things.
it's yeah, well, it's more of not like the TV itself. I know what you're talking about. It's
Do you know what I'm talking about?
I know exactly what you're talking about, and I'm about to explain it. It's
Yeah,
basically
you know what?
it's
You see
basically
that
the
shit too?
light that's coming from the TV, but it's just in the frame of the TV. So when you're looking at a TV screen for a while, and then you end up closing your eyes, you still see that imprint of the TV, and then you might see it in a different color or something.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I always had this shit since like a little child and shit. Like before I
We all do
really
that.
watched
That's
the
just
TV.
like that's just how light acts. You know, you can do that when you riding in the car, like just when somebody driving, just driving at night, right? And you see the
You know
street
how I
light,
see it? It's like our eyes are like the input, like the
bro.
TV input. Our eyes are.
Here we go with this shit, man. This shit don't even make me want to explain this shit. And I'm just excited to talk about this shit because, like, you understand it now. Like, fuck,
Keep
bro.
going, man. Keep going.
Yeah. It's like when you ride in the car, just and you can just be a passenger, so you can pay attention. You have to be able to pay attention. So when you're at night and you're in the car and you see the street lights, just look at the street lights and then close your eyes. You're still gonna start seeing those street lights or those fragments of street lights. It's the light. All light do this. When you look at a different light, a LED, or somebody have a little infrared light, and you know they point it somewhere and you see it, and if you end up closing or blinking your eye, you still see that red dot. This is light. This is just the power of light, and the sun do the same thing. It's just more powerful. So when you look at the sun and then you end up closing your eyes, you're gonna see that, and then sometimes it'll morph into different colors, or the more you open and close your eyes, it might just appear in a different color. This happens to everyone.
Hey, Chris, let me ask you a question, bro. When you be sun gazing, have you ever like seen like that black sun circle in the middle of the sun, like moving all
Yeah.
around and shit?
Yes.
Hey, look, this is my hypothesis, right? is if
Go
you
ahead.
want to sun gaze on an easy level, just stare, like put your face to a screen that has static on it, and what you see in the static, the way the motion of the black and the white ball is, like a black ball turning into a white ball. Is it bouncing off the white ball? Is it a black? What's going on and stuff? And that's kind of what I think is happening in the sun. Like we're watching static, like two static balls doing what's happening. Like the sun is black and not black at the same time.
That's
We
what
see
I'm
like
seeing.
going on in the middle and shit. You feel me?
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing, man. Like, guys, does anyone relate to this at all, or am I just fucked in the head? I don't know if I'm fucked in the head or not. I probably am. But when I close my eyes, what I don't see darkness. I see bright shit. And it's kind of like bright static on a TV almost. It's a
Hey,
bunch of dots.
can I ask you a question to
Yeah.
get off the sun? I just want to know have
Does
you
anyone
ever
else see that when you close your eyes and look in it?
Yes, we all do.
I see bright static and shit. I don't see black and
But I
shit.
see
I don't see
colors
like
now. I see colored
darkness
patterns in
and
my
shit.
static.
Yeah,
Hey, what's
it's a
I
bunch
see.
of.
your name, bro? CT?
I'm trying to light the blunt.
Hey, this.
I see that nigga. Look,
I'm trying to light the blunt.
that nigga over there,
Bust your
nigga.
hug.
What you
I
see?
see you won't
I'm
let
Trying to light the
nobody
blunt,
answer
nigga.
smoking fire
without.
right now.
I see you won't let
I've
nobody
been
answer
smoking fire
without.
all night.
God damn,
We can tell, my
bro.
nigga.
I know, man. My bad. I'm sorry, guys.
Bro, you good,
CT.
man.
I wanted to ask you, have you ever witnessed curvature?
He high as
Curvature.
shit right now. He
On a
curved right now.
bouquet.
He curved right now.
Swerving, man. I'm sliding on it.
Dude, I
Now
got
listen,
that
wait,
curvature.
before you guys go on
Oh,
to the next subject, let me just get this out real quick because I did a live stream and I broke night on the beach, and actually this I am was on the live stream with me as we broke night on the beach, and we saw the sun literally come up the horizon and literally change colors, and in the sky you can see what Mental Ninja was saying about the color spectrum, and how literally as it's coming towards you, it's breaking down the entire spectrum.
So
And as the higher it gets over you, because it's coming to you as opposed to coming around, as you're coming, as we're taught that we're coming around it, but it's coming to you. And the closer it's getting, as this I am said earlier in the chat, when it reaches that zenith, it's that white light.
Yep.
That's the color, the medium color, as Mental Ninja was saying, and you're gonna be blinded by that. And to expound of what Chris is saying, when the sun was coming up on horizon, I can stare at it for a long time, but there was times I would look and literally quickly look away, and I could
I
still
still
see
see.
that light from the sun, and I'm not even looking at it. And that's just from personal experience. So that goes to show that it's facts.
and on a
It's
globe,
like
those crepuscular rays would make the rainbow as it ascended.
There you go.
And it never happens.
Another thing too,
It
like
only goes across like
they try to
that,
pitch
Yep.
us,
just like they showed you on Pink Floyd's album.
like my bad. Hey, look, they try to pitch us, right? That the reason that we're seeing the change of color in the sky is due
holy
to the
shit.
sun going over the edge or the curvature of the earth, creating the shadowy effect, right? But that's not what we're seeing. What we're seeing, you know why Jesus was called the Most High at 12 years old? Because he's the
Do
sun.
you tie your plants
Sun
down?
and sun are phonetically the same fucking word, right? And Jesus died at
I
33,
will be
33
soon.
years old, right? So check this out. Look, in
That's a fact.
astrology, the sun officially hold up. In astrology, the sun officially transitions into a new sign of the zodiac at the 33rd degree, right? That's where we're getting this Scottish right. And they're following the sun's path and stuff, and the spectrum of light. Like what we're seeing in the sky is the spectrum of light. And it's not like it's how the light of the sun is affecting the sky around it. Why is the sky blue? Because that's the blue spectrum of light. The white is blue. Why is the sky orange? Because you're looking at the spectrum of orange that the light that the sun is emanating at. And when you watch the sun come up and you see the rainbow happening, you look off in the distance and you see the blue and the purple and the bluish green indigo and shit. You will see Viv Roy G. Biv, but backwards. It's Roy G. Biv outwardly going
RGB.
west, and it's Roy G. Biv going east. Yeah, whatever. It's RGB, red, black, green. The same thing, bro, and stuff. You
That's
know what I'm
what it
saying?
is.
And like, and what we're looking at, bro, is like, and that's and another thing about the sun, right? Like, it's like for me, being a flat earther with Eric Dubai and Bro Sanchez and ODD TV, that's cool. That's okay, but I still gotta do my own calculations. I still gotta be observing, like my Raphael Clapin said. I was out observing this. I am when we were watching something happening and shit, right? And so what I noticed is that when if you ever watch this thing called the Midnight Sun, is when somebody from the Arctic air circle videotapes the sun going around a circle for 72 hours, right? It goes around 3 times and starts to go back. If you watch the motion of the sun, it goes up once, it goes down once, it goes up once, and it goes down once again. It snakes up and down, 2 times up, 2 times down, as it makes a complete circle, right? And it's like, well, what the fuck is that? And if you look at the fucking flat Earth map, the whatever cosmology and shit, you know what I'm saying, of the Mercator or the Gleasons, whatever,
Yeah.
you will see that the
I'm with that
the
case, man.
continents are spread out, and there's a continent, and then there's an ocean, and there's a continent, and there's an ocean. And my theory is that the sun dives deep down in the horizon or the atmosphere or whatever over the oceans, heating the oceans, which are made of salt, which becomes like a conductor, right? And then it creates all this bouncing around the salt, the energy vibration and shit. And then the water starts to heat and it starts to go up into the atmosphere, right? And then as the sun comes up over the landmass, it goes higher, and the ocean water that went into the sky becomes condensed into water vapor, forming clouds, and then it rains down over the fucking the landmass, and that explains the fucking water cycle that we were taught. They even show, if you look at the water cycle, bro, they show you the sun closer over the fucking over the ocean or the water, and then higher over the landmass when the water comes down and
Mm-hmm.
shit. So it's always good to like, and like we're talking about like torus fields and the magnetic wavelengths of the planet, bro. That shit can be understood on a flat
Bro,
Earth potential too. That's the
bro,
key. You
bro,
have to
check
be able
this
to
out.
transfer all that.
Check
Go
this
ahead.
out. Check this out. And that's the thing, because me, I like to give people proof. Proof. This is shit that I seen today. Because y'all know, like, come on, you know how I do. I don't speak out my ass. I don't speak out my neck. You know what I'm saying? So where I'm going with this is, since we still on the flat Earth shit, y'all know when y'all know those videos where they looking at a shore or over off of a beach, they'll see a boat, then they'll see, then they'll see another one that's further, or they might not see another one that's further because our
The
eyes,
Zoom.
how we see shits, but when we zoom in, we still see it at a level. Okay, so I'm gonna just show y'all where that's not always. I mean, it's right when the flat earthers are talking about that, but that's not always how you can still prove that. And the picture that I've had, put on my camera, I'm gonna show y'all. There's a boat that y'all gonna see, and there's another boat to the right, like a black boat all the way in the back, like miles and miles behind. You see it? Y'all see it?
It's small.
Small.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
see.
Yeah.
right there,
Screenshot.
right? So
All
check
right.
this out. Okay.
Can
So
you hear
since
me?
we're slow, this is way further out. Why is this not dipping?
Right.
Yeah,
Because
you're
it
shipping
doesn't.
behind the curve.
I feel you. Yeah.
Exactly.
And that's crazy you
Exactly.
bring that up because the convex, they feel like that's a clue for it being like the opposite of a ball, like
Yep.
convex water curving up. But that's I
How would you
still
achieve plumb on a ball?
Yep. Look, and to back up what Chris is saying, Chris, I can share my screen real quick.
Hey,
your boy
I did
left.
this when I was out in Maryland. Right after I did that live stream, I'll show you right now. Y'all can see it.
yep.
All right, watch.
See?
So this is off my cell phone. Do you see a boat anywhere? No. Now watch.
So I got good ass eyes. Damn. Damn. I see it. I
And that's
seen
just off my cell phone.
Yeah.
Damn.
Look at my daughter running right there.
You can see the bridge tunnel like that too when you're out there in the Chesapeake Bay.
You like see the boat all the way back there, and then it just disappears, gone. And that's all perspective, man.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
And
They
and
teach you horizontal
and for my
perspective.
picture, and for my picture, I did have to zoom in too. I'm not gonna lie, I did have to zoom in. I didn't just took a regular picture like, oh, that shit's no. I did have to zoom in.
And that
So
goes to
you can see how far it really is, and you can see how primitive the white boat was. But that small boat, it was like in a blur, small in the back. And if it wasn't black, you probably wouldn't even been able to see it if it wasn't a bright color like that. So it's like that, like even lets you know, like you know how many miles the first boat was from the shore, and then the second boat, how far that's from even from that. Like, come on, man. Really? And the crazy thing is me, I didn't have to zoom in. Like I saw the shit from my eyes, but I had to take a picture of it to, come and show y'all and be like, look, y'all, we ain't on no motherfucking ball.
They
I
can
thought
see evidence and still be in denial.
facts. Facts. You ain't lying.
That
You ain't lying,
contradicts
brother.
and that contradicts this. But I was finna bring up that Moana. I don't know if y'all seen that. You know, I got a little baby girl, so I got Disney Plus. But I know Mental Ninja like the movies. He be bringing them up, but that Moana, like, it's got a lot of truth and
Hey,
pretty much.
look. Oh, my bad. My bad. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just gonna break into that movie and just say, like, it got that flat Earth truth in it, the stars, how they use the stars to navigate, and then like Mother Earth. The whole thing was she had to return this gem back to this monster, and it was like a flaming hot monster, but she put the heart back in it, and it turned into like this tall ass female that was made out of a mountain, and she laid down. You know what I'm saying? It became a mountain again. So that shit just deep.
Hey, look. I got this on my channel. Let me see if I can find it and shit. I got this video that I shared it or added it to my playlist. It's called "Flat Earth: The Ultimate Litmus Test." I think it's on this. I hope the nigga didn't take it from me and shit.
Yeah,
But this
I
nigga ain't.
seen that when you posted that.
Yeah, bro, that shit is so fucking raw, bro. I think honestly, bro, Marty Leeds with that shit, bro. He kills it because he actually here it's esoteric flat Earth, and it's called Flat Earth, the ultimate litmus test, right? It's on my fucking shit. Look, you guys all gotta watch that because he goes to Gematria, bro, and he fucking breaks that shit down so fucking sick. To me, it is the best flat Earth video on wax because he breaks down the numbers and shit. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of it, he's like, "Have
who
you
made
ever
it?
noticed that Earth is an anagram for heart?" And he's like trying to tell this story, like this narrative, like you're God. It's just this dope as fuck, right? But one of the big questions I ask myself, right, about the ball and the curve is like basically the way they pitch the curve is saying that I'm standing on top of a big fucking ass hill looking up or looking, I'm at the bottom, I'm the bottom of the big ass hill looking up and on top of a big ass hill looking down simultaneously. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, and you know what, you never see helicopters when they're coming from the distance. You don't see the bottom of the helicopter come up and then it fucking tapers off and shit. It comes forward. You see the helicopter front view as far as the eye can see and shit. The same with planes. And now I live in Vegas, right? You can see the planes coming from the east, and that you can see the arc, and it's not an arc of they're traveling over a curve because it goes up and then the planes go down lower and shit right in the back, right? But what you're seeing is the arc of perception. And when the planes are coming lower toward the front views because they're about to land and shit, you know what I'm saying? So like, the thing is, the dope thing about it is like, fuck, we never really put the senses to the fucking truth. They tell us shit and we override our natural senses with it. Even Einstein says, "My observations tell me the Earth is flat." That's what that nigga said. You know what I'm saying? Our senses tell us the earth is flat, and that's why propaganda has to be repeated over and over and over. It has to be everywhere. And if you don't believe the earth is flat, you're a fucking kid in first grade that's about to get suspended for saying Santa Claus doesn't exist because you're a threat to the fucking stability of the classroom fucking model and shit.
And that's what it's coming down to. Now the fact that we're
Conformity.
trying to teach
Ooh.
our information to kids.
And the crazy thing is, they fucked you up with North and South, because when you take your ass up north, you in high elevation, and then when you take your ass down south, you in low elevation. So what's at the top at the North Pole? And this is facts. This is facts. This is why outdoor weed in California, I mean in Washington, is
It's
fucking
better.
amazing. Yes.
So much
Yes.
better.
Yes. Yeah, thank
That shit
you.
is crazy better.
Thank
They don't
you.
understand though. They don't. See, we on the East Coast though.
Yeah, I'm on the East Coast. I never had that shit.
Man, it's
And I was about to say, you know
refreshing.
how much it costs to get a ticket to
So
Greenland?
auctionated. It's
Mhm.
crazy.
Hey, it's expensive to go to Iceland, and you know that's like the closest thing to the North Pole. Like them tickets is expensive to visit there.
It's a deterrence.
There you go. That's exactly what it is, a deterrent.
Sailing is free.
Hey,
You can
didn't
eat
they teach
food.
us? Hey, didn't they
If you
teach us
can
in
make it,
elementary school or middle school? Hey, look, didn't they teach us in elementary school or middle school that they said Greenland was Iceland was full of they said Iceland was fucking Iceland to keep people from going there because it was green. And you know what I'm saying? In Greenland, they made niggas go to Greenland, which is really ice and shit. You know what I'm saying? Why though? Why? You know what I'm saying? And like why does like if you ever seen this movie called The Big Friendly Giant, bro, that shit is fucking epic, my nigga.
Yeah, that's
It's
a
a
dope
dope
one.
ass flat earth movie and shit, right?
Yeah, it is.
That shit ain't raw. That's funny too. The niggas hit that nigga with the niggas on the bus and hit that nigga in the nuts and shit. The giants, them niggas is crazy, but like you got to go to this northern land and shit, right? And they're like, there's this tree there that when you jump in the water, it inverts everything and shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's like on some tree of life type shit. But the one part, so you've seen the movie, Raph, the one part of the movie when they get the British Army, they're flying to go fight the giants and shit, right? When it shows like this one part, it shows the instrumentation panel of the plane. And if you can pause it and see what the instrument panel is reading, it's reading 33 degrees.
Yep, it
You know what I'm
is.
saying? So why in a movie, they put the shit in there for a purpose. It might be a split second. Like in the Matrix, when he goes he goes to get the dope with the computer programs, the nigga with the bitch, the white rabbit, he goes to his bookshelf, he pulls out a book, and it shows the book. It's called Simulacra and Simulation. And he opens the book, and that's where he got his stash at, right? That's a real fucking book. That book is the book the Matrix is basically based on and shit. Basically saying that everything is a simulation, and it's inside of a simulation, down to the atoms, down to the cellular, down to the cosmology and shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's an Easter egg. You know what I'm saying? So like we watch like these movies. Like if you ever seen the movie with Matthew McConaughey when he was searching for gold. What's it called?
You talking about Dark Tower?
I forget what's. No, when he's searching, he's like a gold miner and shit. He finds like this gold in like Australia or some shit, or in like the Vietnam and shit. You know what I'm saying? Let me see that shit. But like this shows like this one quick clip, and they show in the corner you see a ball, the old school, the first ever made globe, right? And then they show another clip, is talking to him and shit, and they show back to that same section, the globe is gone. You know what I'm saying? It's like, why you
Yeah.
put the globe there and then remove the globe off the set, which is the backdrop item, unless like it's a secret sign and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like Mace, they use secret symbols and signs and shit, and like sometimes secret symbols and signs are being used right in our faces and shit. You feel me?
Yeah.
Yo,
I think.
mental ninja. My bad. Let me just cut him off real quick.
Go ahead.
You said simulacrum.
It's called
I forgot
simulacra
what.
and simulation.
Yeah, no, because I forgot that scene, and I just looked up the definition. I got simulacrum, which is something that replaces reality with its representation.
Yeah, that's an android.
Yeah, so
That's
when
the
you
shit.
got
That's,
that
hey, look,
and you got
hey,
simulation, so I guess it's like,
simulation.
what do you represent your reality to be versus the simulation?
Your truth,
That's the
Exactly.
your
Matrix,
freedom,
There you go.
bro. That
freedom of the
hey,
mind.
that book is so diesel, right? Hey, look, the nigga in the book
Hey,
that
hey,
wrote the book, he wrote it in '81 or some shit, right? The nigga says the Gulf War never happened. He says shit like that, bro. So you know he on some other shit. Cause niggas like, what do you mean? We all, my dad was on TV. Like, why would he say that shit? That's the big question: is why would this nigga say that shit? You know what I'm saying?
man, we
And like,
dropped
if you notice,
bombs
like in the
for
movie The
like
Matrix, right?
30 days straight, 33 days straight.
It, yeah, but the thing is, like, him saying that is like, was it really a war? Like, he's saying the Gulf War didn't happen. He's like, it's symbolic, it's allegorical because he could mean something different, you know what I'm saying? But it's in the reference to simulacra and simulation. And at the beginning of Matrix, right, you got the opening scene with Trinity and shit, right? And then the screen goes dark, right? And then you see the little cursor of the mount of the computer thing, right? Beep, 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 beep. And it says, "Wake up, Neo." And then it zooms out, and then fucking Neo sitting there sleeping on his computer desk, right? And it says, "Wake up, Neo." And then it says, "You're in the Matrix." And then that nigga's like, huh? He wakes up like somebody said that shit to him in his head and shit, right? And he's looking at the screen, looking crazy and stuff. And it says, "Follow the white rabbit. Knock, knock, Neo." Knock on the door. He goes into the door and shit. Like he's buying. He sell. That's what he does. He sells pirated programs. Like he creates himself like drugs and shit, right? And they like, hey, let me get some out. He goes to the bookshelf, pulls out the book, opens it up. It's a secret book with a secret stash spot in the book. It's a clue. It's an Easter egg. And he goes and he gives the shit to the dude. He sees the bitch, the white rabbit. And he goes grab the shit and leaves, right? But check this out. Neo is a computer programmer and he's a computer hacker, waking up in front of a computer screen that's talking to him. So basically, Neo is the one who wrote the Matrix. He's the fucking architect. He wrote the Matrix, born himself into the Matrix to fucking play the Matrix and shit. That's why, wake up, Neo, wake up. You're in the Matrix and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, wake up, dog. You're here. Time to play the game and shit.
Like
He's
he
a
set his
computer
own alarm.
programmer and a hacker. Yeah, he said it's online to fucking
It's like
reprogram, and
Tron,
now he's
like
hacking
how
his own
Tron
fucking
got
program.
in the
Yeah.
machine.
Yeah, facts. Just like Tron. It's a super fact.
Hey, this is the sick part of it. What if we all fucking create this shit, our individual reality that we perceive and shit, with this great fucking arcade, VR, mass multiplayer online game and shit, and we just here hacking the fuck out of this bitch right now.
Mental Ninja, have you seen that Ready Player One?
My
Oh, I
favorite,
love it. Hey, Nick,
my
that's a
favorite
classic, nigga.
newest movie right now that I can watch that like 100,000 times.
Hey, y'all gotta check out the book. The book goes even harder than the movie.
Oh,
What's it called?
Code 8,
Oh,
Code
yeah.
8. Watch Code 8 when you get a chance.
But I'm gonna check
Oh,
that
that's on
out. But that
Netflix
Ready
too.
Player One, that shit is just deep. It just go more into that Matrix type feel, Avatar, you know. And like I was saying earlier in my stream, the mask we wear, the mask ain't just the face, you know, it's the whole body. Whether you want to call it a mask, a vehicle, or an avatar. But like you said, mental ninja, you know, what if we all here are creating that reality, you know, through each other? And that bring me to another movie called
On some Total Recall
Tomorrowland.
shit.
Go ahead.
Fantasy Island too. Y'all watch Fantasy Island?
The original, yeah. You
The
play, you
original, but
play.
Yeah, yeah.
That
the
Mental
show
new
is
Ninja.
one
dope.
is just like that. We the co-creators of each other's reality, and it's like all our fantasies are kind of merged into one, but you don't know who's is playing at the time.
Hey, you know it's funny because like if we all create this reality game together and shit, co-creating it, you know what the reality game is now? It's fucking PUBG, nigga. Everybody walking around with little fucking character outfits and masks on, shit, just like PUBG. If y'all play that shit,
It's an emoji.
Just like the Purge,
I
you know,
guess
more
not.
predictive programming.
Oh yeah, the Purge election year, nigga.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they show this shit.
What y'all
Hey,
think
hey,
about
y'all
the
seen
Kanye
Westworld?
situation?
Distraction, like the
With
Will
running
Smith
for
shit.
president.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like how Will Smith
Yeah, it's just
positioned
more
himself, him
confusion and
and
shit.
Jada, then took over
Hey,
Nick
look,
Cannon
if
shit.
Kanye West drop an album, hey, look, if Kanye West drop an album, he gonna sell hella copies, millions of copies. So anything that's attached to Kanye West's name is gonna garner millions of fucking views, millions of attention seekers. It's gonna tune into that shit. So just him running for election, what's the key point? Election. What's the key point? Kanye West
The
is
vote,
fucking
the
global
divide.
authority. Well, Kanye West doing we now thinking about fucking election. Normal niggas don't think it, and even people that don't like Kanye West are thinking about election, but that they don't like Kanye West in it. But it's still about the election. You know what I'm saying? And about the fucking craziness in it, like the nigga D's nuts. That was my favorite shit, bro. When D's nuts was running for president and they was saying that shit on the news, I was like, this shit can't be real, nigga. This
You
shit
didn't like the
cannot
guy with
be
the boot
real.
on his
This
head?
this is a real nigga. Like they don't check these niggas' IDs. Who's this? What's your name? D's nuts, nigga.
You
I'm
remember the
Tyrone.
other
I'm coming to
guy?
fuck
That
your
nigga's
bitch.
walking in, first name
No,
D,
there's a
last
guy that
name
was wearing a
Nuts.
fucking rubber boot on his head, and he was called like Lord Vile or something like that. And he
Yeah, I
was like
remember
a
that one
serious
too.
candidate. Oh, what was his name? It was
I
Bro,
forgot his
that
name.
means like you don't even have to.
Lord Vermin. I think it was Lord Vermin or something
Hey,
like
the
that. You got to
thing
look
is,
that up and screen share it. You'll trip, dude. The guy would show up and do his meetings with his big rubber boot on his head and like crazy beard and mustache looking freak.
bro, Joey Exotic ran for motherfucking president, nigga. I mean, anybody
Didn't
can
he
do
get
it, but
eaten by
like
tigers?
when they was on and 14% independent vote is D's nuts, and they were saying it all over the nation. They even got a confirmation. D's nuts, ha ha ha, D's nuts, and it's like I'm watching that shit, bro. And this is when I first heard of fucking flat Earth. I was like, what the fuck is going on here? I thought I fucking smoked myself stupid. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't talking about. I was doing meth and shit. I'm like, what have I done to myself? And I was like, bro, but that shit, look, and check this out. On top of you see Westworld, right? Have you seen season 3?
No.
On what?
All right, look, Westworld. Have you seen
Oh,
Westworld?
Westworld. No,
I
they
only watched
just
the
brought it
reruns.
back.
Nigga, you got to see that
Yeah,
shit.
I was in
You
the
have
first
to see
season.
that from season 1, season 2, season 3. But look, in season 3, an episode that aired in April, right? They show 1 second, at the whole season, they show one person wearing a mask, right? This Chinese chick on a motherfucking escalator, right? And then the next scene, they show the Black Power All Lives Matter sign, bro, in April. You know what I'm saying? First the mask, then the protest, Black Lives Matter and shit. And it's like, bro, and it's like, did the Simpsons really predict this shit? It's like this is what I think. Either the Simpsons were predicting this shit, or it was PsyOp showing us what they're about to do, or they were like, you know what? Fuck all these niggas. Let's use the shit from the Simpsons.
Or, or you got agents that are in Hollywood listening to all these high level anti government, anti America people plotting and planning and doing their little shit, but they're all high and fucked up on adrenochrome, so they run their mouths. And these agents take all that shit back, and they're the artists, and they're the musicians, and they're the people, and they send the message back to home base, wherever it might happen to be secretly, because you can't trust it once you're infiltrated. You got to move it underground, right? So then they're just sending coded messages
Yep.
back through the media. That's why I keep telling people it's like reverse fortune telling kind of, because you're looking at all the past and just taking the data and mining it and going, okay, here's a pattern. We see this code over and over and over, 9/11 over and over and over. It started off in Gremlins. It was on Billy's radio and his VW plug. Get it started the one morning, right? But then you look at more movies and you see it pop up everywhere.
Hey, you know
And more
another?
and more as time goes on, because as it was getting closer, it came out more and more, right? And that's what I was saying. If you look at all the data on any given event,
Yep.
you can tell when it's going to happen by the amount of frequencies it pops up in the media. And you can tell the future that way by
That's that
reverse.
predictive programming, and that ties into that movie too. It's called Tomorrowland, and pretty much like the collective uh mindset was that we was all destined to die, just like kind of the globe shit make you feel like we could die at any moment. And with that energy being projected into the world, that's exactly what was happening. So like through that predictive programming, you can get in a certain mindset,
So is death
and
just predictive
Yo,
programming?
yo, yo, what what do you think is the shape of the Earth? It's good for everybody.
Since I made it up, I
Man,
like that
honestly,
theory.
bro, I think it's like the way they display the universe itself, bro. Like that Asgard looking shit from fucking Avengers and shit. You know what I'm saying? Because the universe is a disc, but the Earth is a ball. I think they flipped it on us, or maybe we flipped on ourselves. Maybe we programmed the flip. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like, and just looking at your avatar, mental ninja, like that right there, just speak to me. Like I'm already feeling like we live within that system as an egg, but the ground we walk on, is level all the way through, and you know, it's kind of like a disc. If you had a CD disc in the middle of that, I forgot what that shit called, Hasika Bessies, right, or something like that. It,
That's the
yeah,
Professor.
that's
Pisces.
spicy. The shape of the football, like that egg shape. That's how I feel. Like
Logo?
we inside that, walking on a level ground, like a disc, and I feel like that's a good thing to compare it to, because like the CD, you put the CD in, and it could be a simulation, and it could just be infinity. As far as you can go, it's gonna render in like GTA.
Right,
Yeah,
and keep loading as you get towards the end. That's what I
yeah,
think.
that's how I feel. I don't. I wouldn't. For me, I wouldn't say more of a simulation. I would just say more. It's you the further you unlock more of yourself and your knowledge and gain that wisdom in order to put that out is the more you can ascend yourself to where you want to go. So I'm not gonna say the earth is completely flat, because when we say flat, we don't mean pancake this shape. We don't know, but we know that, like Super said, what we walk on and what we reside on is flat.
And the first
Hey,
step to
y'all, I just
build
found some
is
shit. I
the
want to share this
level.
with y'all, right?
Yeah, that level.
You got to get
Hey,
plumb.
check this out. So,
Go ahead,
hold
Mitchell.
on a second. Keep going. Keep going. I'm gonna find some more shit.
But
No, go ahead. I got one more
that's
thing. I
something
go.
I was gonna build on. Like one of my first flat Earth introduction videos. I want it to be like flat versus round. Why you wrong? And I just want to like name all the things that's flat and round, like like your avatar, or like a CD, or like a plate, or a watch, or a clock. It's a lot of things that's flat and round. And when you stand in one spot and you make that 360, you turning around. And I feel like we get into the flat versus round arguments when in reality we experience it being flat and round. So like that would I be arguing with people, like it's flat and it's round. So you got to stick to that globe. That's why I be trying to put that energy out. Like even when we talking about it, like we should be the one saying flat versus globe, or level versus globe, not that round, because that round actually help our argument. Like this ashtray, it's flat and it's round and it's contained. So that is my take on it. But go ahead, man. Then you found your stuff.
Yeah, yeah. So look. All right, man. I found some shit right here. All right. So in the baseball, there's 108 seams, right? 108 stitches, right? And I was like, well, that's got to be important. So I typed in 108 in the cult, or 108 in the cult, right? And the Council of 108 is the fucking United Nations,
Yep.
right? And another thing, it says, look, what does 108 mean in Rosicrucians? The properties of the number 108, symbolism number of man. According to Rosicrucians, it symbolizes the summit that a man can reach on the path during his incarnation, and it is the number of achievement, right? And so 108 on the seams of baseball, that means that it says there is one seam, it goes all the way around the ball. There is 108 stitches in the ball, which means there are 108 needle holes in each of the two pieces of leather for a total of 216 needle holes in the baseball, right? 216 in the occult. The 216 in the letters of the name of God of the Hebrew God. You know what I'm saying? That just goes to show how these numbers are important. And being like 108 being the fucking United Nations, bro. What's the United Nations symbol? The flat earth, right? And it's
Yep.
divided in 33 sections, right?
Other
Going back to going back to 33rd degrees in Freemasonry, 33rd degrees in Jesus' life, 33rd bones in the fucking spine, and 33rd degrees that the sun makes its transition into another sign, bro. Like these niggas know. But look,
Yep.
and going
And
back to simulacra and simulation, if you read that book, go ahead.
no, go.
No, that simulacra simulation, the guy kind of paints the story like that everything is a simulation. All of it. That we think these global elites like they're fucking making no decisions. They may just be part of a greater simulation that gives us the ability to be, these avatars in it and shit. You know what I'm saying? And we kind of think these niggas are sovereign or whatever and stuff. They may just be bound to their simulation much the same way as the finger, the index finger is bound to only be the index finger and operate within the boundaries of the index finger. You know what I'm saying? They may not be able to grow outside or under. You know what I'm saying? And that's what makes them different from us. That we really do have the freedom of movement to ascend to the highest heights and descend to the lowest lows and shit. You know what I'm saying? But maybe part of the game is like thinking that they're fucking these really elites. Like, nigga, they're programmings, nigga. Trump a program, nigga. Oh, these motherfuckers, we think that they special. They programs designed to look special and shit. They're just props. We're the
What
real
what
motherfucking architect. Does that make
what
sense?
what what they was talking about was the sun's projection and the technology that the earth is, or that either we created or the earth created or whoever created it. If you check out FPV Angel channel, he got a lot of breakdowns on like what the actual like the old ancient pyramids was like conductors, and what this place is. It's pretty dope. You gotta check
I
it
mean, it
out.
would make sense like it would make sense like some kind of computer, like the ancient Egyptian pyramids was a circuit board type shit. It kind of makes sense in that sense. You know what I'm saying? Like even the simulation as a technology doesn't have to be a bunch of metal and mechanical doohickeys and shit. You know what I'm saying? Because the cell has factories, the vacuole and the nucleus, and it has a similar function. When we look at the function, we see the
It's like
similarities. But look, I
it's
found
machine
something else,
like.
bro. So yeah, it operates like a machine, like a well organized machine. But check this out.
Hmm.
So Metatron's cube is a name for a geometric figure composed of 13 equal circles with lines from the center of each circle extending out to the centers of the 12 circles. Some New Age teachers call a variant of this figure the fruit of life, the number 108. But the key is 12 circles and 13 circles. You got 12 tribes. You got 12 fucking months. But on the lunar, you got 13 months, right? You got the 12 disciples. But if you include Jesus, there's 13. He's the 13th unknown month and shit. And in the lunar calendar, the 13th, the missing month is Soul, which actually happens for like 2 weeks between July or June and July, right? That
So that's
separates
the
the months and
gates.
shit. You know what I'm saying? And
That's the gates that
yeah,
the
the gate.
sun
Yeah, the gate and shit.
recharge. The sun has to
You
recharge,
know,
and it goes through the gates. It's like a Pac-Man system. It goes to one side and it recharges, and it comes out on the other side. I think somebody was asking about like why you can't see the sun at night, right? Or you never see
well,
the
I
sun
would
at
say
night.
like well, you can't see the sun at night. We're talking about the electromagnetic light spectrum. The sun has an emanation zone, and it has a limit to where that emanation zone goes. And if you look on the flat Earth model, if it shows like a topographical model, you will see a desert fucking ring going around the Earth at the equator, at the equatorial, right? And then you'll see another one at the farthest elevation of the farthest motion of the sun outwardly on that ring. You know what I'm saying? And like, and how the sun works. So if it's using the electromagnetic spectrum of light, right, that means it's electromagnetic in itself. And if you ever watch Game of Thrones, watch the opening scene. It shows concave Earth, it shows convex Earth, right? And then at the last scene, it passes with the sun between the Earth and the camera, right? And the sun is like electrical, like a static electrical ball with electricity forming all around it and shit. You know what I'm saying? Which is conducive to like the flat Earth idea with the fucking Arctic Circle, the Antarctic ice wall, ice ring and shit. You know what I'm saying? And like another thing too is like in the flat Earth model, they kind of like some flat Earth models show the sun spiraling up and then spiraling down, right? But I kind of believe that the sun spirals in and spirals out, and when it spirals out, the moon spirals in, and when the sun spirals in, the moon spirals out, and they switch polarities, right? And when they come into that cross section, that alignment, that's when we have the solar and lunar eclipses and shit, and they happen twice a year each time, sometimes
Yeah.
three and shit, depending on like I guess
It's
the month
it's
or something. You know
it's
what I'm
the
saying?
three X's. It's the three X's, like the XXX symbol. That's the
Yeah, yeah.
path it takes. But yeah, you gotta
It's
check
like
that channel. I sent you a link. Mental. It's in your comments on one of your videos.
all right, I'm gonna check. What now? Just what it is? I'm gonna type it in right now.
FPV Angel.
Okay, yeah, I remember that one. And you know the cool thing is like if the Earth operates like a system like that, this is my kick, right? Is where can I find a reflective happening within my own understanding, right? And it's like, well, I don't have to tell the sun to shine. I don't have to tell the moon to rise and fall or do its operations. I don't tell the planets which way to go and how to do their thing. They're like set in that motion by something we could say is greater, though, right? At the same time, inside, I don't tell my thyroid gland to work. I don't control that shit. I don't
So
control. I'm
so
not the one
I
who's
think
beating the
I think
fucking
the
heart.
power comes from the blood. See the blood, like we don't talk about this because we're not females, but it's, the moon controls their cycle. And it's deep like that, like the magnetic force in the blood, something in the iron of the blood, it makes it's like it's alive. It got its own function that they don't really tell us about.
One thing I consider too, like in line with that, is like I was at first believing like, okay, so the moon controls the feminine cycle, right? But then I got to remember that's what they told me in school, that the Earth is the moon's tidally locked, and the moon has these influences, right? What if
Mhm.
it's not an influence of the moon on the feminine, but it's a harmonization of working, that these two things work in tandem? Because check this out. So in gematria, right, you look at your hand, you got each finger has three phalanges, right? You can look at your hand and see the three phalanges right on each finger, right? So that's 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12. That's 12, right? But then if you look at your thumb, you have two phalanges, and that's 13 and 14, right? And the moon cycle is 28 days, right? So we can, in a woman's cycle for a period is 2 weeks after the egg, after the last period is when the egg drops again. So we can count on our hand because both hands, 14 plus 14 equals 28. So we can literally count on our hands the fucking right time to have sex with a woman to have a baby after after she had her last period, right? Now the funny thing about that is, what month has 28 days? February,
March.
right?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
February, right? And what's the 14th day of February?
Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day.
Valentine.
A day for what?
Baby making day.
You already know. So look, that shit's encoded in the month. It's encoded in our fucking hands. It's encoded in the moon, and it's encoded in the woman. Which one is causing each one to happen? Or maybe they are all caused by the same function that brings them into that relative harmony and shit. Like the woman is always associated in many ancient religions with the moon. Even Luna is a feminine name, right? Now,
Hmm.
the woman's phases are similar to the moon's phases, while we can't fucking figure them hoes out. And I ain't mean hoes like in a
The
bad way.
mood
We
swings. They mood
the
swings.
moon
They have
swings, right?
moon.
The moon swings and shit, right? And the thing is, on the sun, the masculine association with the sun is the sun always just blind. It's always shining, nigga. Ain't no fucking special thing to it. It's like like that all the time and shit. You know what I'm saying? But look at the word sun. One of the words for sun was Saul, right? One of the words for sun was om. One of the words for sun was on, right? And you put them
Shalom.
together, Saul, Solomon, right? Soul of man, right? And then check this out: solar system, soul, our system. So this is my one of my theories, right? Is that when you look up in the sky and you see all those fucking stars, each one of those stars can be perceived as a sun style, but not like how the bar teaches it, right? It's a reflection and residual of evidence of other stars in your system. So that means that other soul that you know, right? And the sun that you see in the sky, that you see, Raphael, that you see, Desayam, is your own soul, right? Soul, our system. So for another person, they look at the sun, they're seeing their sun. But they look at stars, they're seeing the souls of all the people they know and shit. And if you look at the star constellation of Orion, bro, you can draw a line from the top, cross section through the middle, that middle star, and go to the bottom leg star. And you can draw a line from the top of the other one, cross section to the middle star, going out to the other leg, and it forms a perfect X. And then the three stars in the middle with the dot that cross sections the X, you can draw a line like that through that, following the trajectory of those three stars and shit, right? And you
The
will
Little
have
Dipper.
tri- no, you will have triangulation, bro.
Yeah. Right.
Triangulation like Star Trek, Stargate in a fucking in a cube, in a fucking
Period.
no, in a cube. If you look at the movie Stargate, when he's like, you have this point, you have this point, you have this point, these 6 points, but you need a point of origin, which is the seventh point, the seventh symbol shit, right? And that point is far off and shit, right? But if you look at the way the design of the Orion system is, it forms an X connecting those 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. But then the 1, 2, 3 in the middle, you draw a line like that, a showing triangulation. That means that it's a cube. It's a fucking cube. The Orion Sun Belt, the star system, is Saturn, bro. It's another manifestation of Saturn in a fixed in another format and shit, right? And I kind of think that that's code. It's like fucking computer programming that we understand, but we don't know we
Yeah,
understand of how to transverse
I
space and
think
time.
I think we created a system after the first system, like if that makes sense.
Yeah, I
No,
think
no, it
that
makes
shit was
sense.
deep what you were saying earlier on Kirk shit where you was talking about remember, you know what I'm saying? And that's what we trying to get to in this life is to remember those things that are hardwired in our DNA that been diluted through indoctrination and shit. So,
Oh
I
yeah,
think we
like
have
so,
to
like
throw out the caveman. It never was a caveman.
maybe there was, nigga. We is the caveman until we wake up.
Nah,
We in
throw
that
out.
Never.
process. No,
Once you
like
I'm
throw out,
just
just
saying
think of it.
it was intelligent man, and then we got to here. Is what I'm saying.
No, well, check this out. So I'm talking about cavemen. I'm not talking about millions and millions of Cro-Magnon years ago and shit. I'm talking about the conscious level of understanding. We're using fucking shit, clubbing niggas in the head with the mental ideas and shit, right? But then
I feel
once
you.
we evolve spiritually and mentally, we start become intelligible. We start become awakened, and we transverse from cavemen. Like we're caving our own lives today, and we go through this evolutionary spiritual soul cosmic conscious evolution to become the higher enlightened man. And I would say right now, these niggas on the panel, we ain't fucking cavemen. I would say that people that come on the panel i.e., like some niggas that are Freemasons and shit that claim this fucking knowledge and shit. You know what I'm saying? But they don't operate like niggas that know knowledge. They operate like fucking barbarians, nigga, clubbing the shit out of every conversation they come around. You feel me?
Man, I feel you.
Yep. That bad
You know, and
energy.
that's another thing. That's another thing too about evolution, right? I feel like I can line up evolution with religion of the Christian Bible and shit, and even the Thelemic concepts and shit, and all the concepts and stuff with how we're created. So look, the idea is you have the premortal ooze, the premortal slime. This is what we're taught in school. The lightning strikes the premortal slime, and the amino acids are activated. They're animated, and then you have the first cell, the first block of life, and it must clone itself because it'll die. It's like that shouldn't even make sense. It's never lived, so how does it fucking know about dying? What does it got to eat when it's never eaten before? You know what I'm saying? So it clones itself 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, and so on, right? And then once it clones itself to so much, it becomes like a plant. It goes to the plant level of mitosis and meiosis, right? And then after it goes to the plant level, it goes to the aquatic level in the evolutionary scale of Darwin, right? And then from the aquatic level, like fish, it crawls out of the ocean like a mammal into like a reptile. And then from the reptile, it goes like this fucking mammal type cows or whatever. And from there, we have the monkeys and then man, right? But if you look inside the womb of a woman, when the sperm impacts the egg, like fucking an astronaut traveling to another planet or a meteor striking another planetary body, on that level is the same shit happening, right? The egg becomes fertilized, and it's one cell, and then it splits to two cells, then four, then eight, then 16, then 32, then 64, right? And then it resembles the plant meiosis, mitosis stage, right? And then it forms like this like embryo looking motherfucker with little gills on the side of his neck, like a fish. And then from there, it kind of goes, it evolves into like a fucking big headed reptilian looking nigga with big ass eyes with a tail. And from there, it kind of morphs into like a fucking almost humanoid mammal type creature. And then you're born as the fully constructed man. But the thing is, there's one last level on that evolution, and that's flight. And I believe that the flight's not going to take place like niggas growing wings and shit, but the elevation of the soul out of matter into the higher state of consciousness, which is always represented as the fucking Sumerian and the Phoenician flaming flying disc shit with the wings around the circle and shit. You feel me?
I think it's our access to Google Learning that's taken off. Like the way we can educate ourselves now, we could be a YouTube genius in like overnight if you just put the time into it.
I
So
was
it's there.
going to ask. No, go ahead, because I had a question for
Information, spirit, and your spiritual path is two different things. Fuck that bullshit.
No, I mean we had the discernment enough to look for it. You know what I mean? We intelligent enough to seek out what we don't know is what I'm saying.
Right. I got you.
Yo, quick thing, mental. What do you think about the 108 being the man, woman, and child, with the 1 and the 0 representing the man and woman, and then the 8 being the infinite that we can, you know, spread or
I mean,
give birth infinitely, with man and woman. Okay?
that makes hella sense, bro. I mean, you have the 1, which is the sperm. You have the 0, which is the egg, and when you put them together, you have the infinity happen. You have reincarnation. You have recontinuation, recombination, and shit. I mean, honestly, and that's funny because 108. You know, another representation of 108 is 1080,
Right.
1080p, and the 1080p is associated with the moon, bro. You feel me?
I was just about to say that.
And then
And that's
then
flat
1
Earth too,
plus 8.
if you think about it.
Yeah, and one plus 8 equals 9, which is really the highest stage. You know what I'm saying? Before you get to 10, which
shout
is
out
the
to Ra.
recycling.
Shout out to Ra, because I was thinking that when you brought 108 up earlier. My boy Ra was on his number 9 today. He was on cloud 9, so shout out to him.
Man, hell no, ain't no shout out to that nigga. Fuck that nigga. Bro, don't
He ain't wanna explain his 9. I don't understand. He
if that
had it.
was on number 8 and today was about number 8. Fuck that bullshit. I don't give a fuck about that shit. That nigga couldn't even express to us a simple fucking question. He got mad and in his panties. Oh, this the reason why I don't come on the smokers now your
Yeah.
channel. 'Cause you don't know how to let people talk. I mean, well, goddamn. I mean,
Bro, he
okay.
talked to Mose. He talked to Mose.
Yeah, I mean,
He do
okay.
though.
That was
He
fucked
do.
up. That was fucked up though. He tried to say some shit like that. Like,
Right, it's like it's not. This is not one. It's not even my. It wasn't even my channel at that point, and it's not even about my channel. You're on to somebody else's channel. Let's keep it on the information because we're on the information. And I was just asking a question, and as y'all see, my question stayed the same the whole time because I didn't give a fuck about what the fuck he was saying because he didn't even give an answer. He just talked about what he thought I came from, and I'm just like, why do niggas continue to do this shit? Like. Just answer the
Dancing,
fucking
bro.
question.
They be dancing.
Right.
yeah. Nah, he definitely come with that combative energy to where nothing that you say he gonna resonate with because he not looking to agree with you. He looking to confuse you even more than trying to even understand the information, and that shit was annoying as fuck.
That's that Mercury energy, man.
That's
But
that talking and loop.
what people gotta do is you gotta address it immediately and don't take your foot off their neck because they gonna disrupt. They disruptors for real, and they come
Is
Mhm.
that
with
a George? Hey, is that a
uh
George
huh.
Floyd reference, nigga? Is that a George Floyd reference, nigga?
I can't breathe.
And that's the reason why he don't come over here because he know that shit don't ride over here. I'm gonna check that shit. Like, hell no, get the fuck out of here with that bullshit, bro.
Right,
Like,
right.
like this nigga couldn't even tell us where the Caucasus Mountains at, and I asked him, can he bring out a map and tell me where it was? And I had a map telling him where it was, and he still was telling me that I'm wrong. Like,
The
Right.
come
fuck?
on,
That's why I had just let him speak, but after I had gave him that question and he ain't answer, I muted his ass.
dude.
Hey, that's like fucking cognitive dissonance, bro. Like some people, they ain't interested in hearing your opinion, bro. They interested in hearing their opinion coming out your fucking mouth, which is it sounds so silly and shit, but that's like real reality and shit, bro. Some
Wow.
people don't have like the nigga Cook. He don't, bro. I was talking to this Mason earlier day. You know what I'm saying? And this motherfucker's he's a for real. He's a good dude too. Y'all know from AA and shit. Now I was telling him about my interaction with this dude and shit. And this nigga's like, that's not how we live, bro. We ain't supposed to be using our knowledge to what in the secret side we call the uninitiated, we call them profane. The Jewish use the word goyim and shit, which simply means not in like not on the team or they're unaware or whatever. It's not saying they're bad or stupid or anything. They're just like if you're not on the panel, you're just not on the fucking panel. That's it. You know what I'm saying? And so when I'm telling about how this nigga's operating, he's like, bro, this nigga's using the Masonic knowledge to fucking ridicule people, which is not what Masonic. That's not brotherly love. That's not charity. That's not helpful. You know what I'm saying? That's not building up. They're supposed to be the stewards and builders of mankind in a positive light, and that's why the secret societies are fucked up because you got fucked up niggas
Infiltrators,
like that
bro.
who they
Infiltrators
join
and
this shit, bro.
disruptors.
Check this out. Check
They
this
will.
out. Check this out. Check this out. Y'all remember he told us about him seeing people who was helping, people, and that's what made him, approach the group and become initiated. So we see Bro Cook on his bitch damn near on somebody's channel damn near every day or every other day, every week. When is he putting out anything where he's helping people?
Yeah,
Shit.
that's what I was gonna say when you say he using his knowledge to ridicule. He not even bringing nothing. Like I never once heard him say anything that I could use or just anything knowledgeable. All I
It
ever
was
heard
not,
was combating what other people bring. So
bro.
I
What
don't
that
even know
nigga
like what
does.
he
A challenge. Everything's a challenge.
yeah, like
No,
he
what he's
built
trying to do
out.
is he
Old
wants to.
school challenge though. It's like that nigga, the nigga that's washing your windows challenging.
Right.
Hey, that nigga, bro, his whole game is I understand what he's doing, right? I think I fucking when I can look at myself personally, have I ever done shit like that? Like, yeah, I know what that is. It's like he got that position, right? He that fucking one employee that nigga becomes manager, nigga. And he
Manager
was
of the
training with
year,
that nigga. Yeah. Yeah, nigga. And now he
employee of
fucking
the month,
wanted,
employee of the month ass nigga.
Looking at
Samuel
yeah,
Jackson and Django.
yeah, bro.
yeah.
And he what he do is he got this how he look at Masons before he got it is like something special, and he has inadequacies, bro. He's an inadequate man, right? And he got online with that shit because he fit the profile to be able no felonies, believes in God and shit, and was a grown ass man. That's all the requirements, bro. You don't have to be a fucking good man. That shit don't make good men better.
But
That nigga
remember,
hasn't become
he
better,
had
bro.
he had family ties in it too, so that made it easier for him.
Yeah, and the same. He like the redheaded stepchild. They're like, well, just bring him along, nigga.
Yeah,
Grab
exactly.
your shoes, nigga. Fuck. You know what I'm saying?
and
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 it's by
and
that Goody and shit,
it's
and he
all
takes that
groups,
information.
all groups like that. It's not gonna lead you nowhere to but to another door you gotta go through.
Hey, bro, when I joined the OTO, the same dude I was talking to today, I asked him, like, is OTO real? Because I didn't want to get into a secret society that was going to take advantage of me, that was fake, that was bullshit. That's when it sends you want to send them money and shit. They'll send you come up bullshit books or whatever. I had to ask my every secret site that I was investigating, and I found the OTO. I was like, hey, is this shit real? He's like, I've heard of OTO. From what I understand, they are real. Let me get back to you. Yeah, I found out from my Grand Lodge and my most worshipful, they are real. They have a Grand Lodge and shit. If you can get in, try that path until you can be a Masonish. I'm like, cool, right? And he told me something. He said, but wait, let me say this. Make sure that shit's a good fit for you. It does not work the other way around. And that's important for anybody to know. So what this nigga Cook be doing, bro, that nigga don't make masonry sound appealing. That nigga make masonry
No.
sound like it's fucking bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Even if there
Hmm.
are good masons, even if there are good lodges and shit, that nigga don't paint that picture. He come through, bro, and talk about Chris and me and this I am and Kurt and shit. Like we pieces of shit just because he knows the grip, the word, the token, and the slang and shit, my nigga. And that's bullshit,
We
nigga.
don't know what we know.
But that's set tripping, bro.
Yeah.
He on that
You don't
Set
talk
bullshit.
a
He
tripping
bunch
niggas
of
want
do
to
shit.
things
Don't
crip
that
mean
walk.
you
he
don't
don't
know a
live.
bunch of shit. You know, that's where people fuck up. They assume because we're not running our mouths on every single subject and every detail that we don't know shit. Nah,
Hey, you
it's
know
called
this, bro, right?
you
You know,
don't show your hand in poker like that.
hey, let me say
Right.
this. Look, when I talk about OTO, when I talk about secret societies, bro, I do my best. I hope I never come across like I think I'm better than you guys or I think that I know more than you guys. I'm just simply sharing my experience, just like that. When that nigga comes through, if you notice, everything goes back to masonry. Everything goes back to well, he know the sign, he know the grip, he know the token, he know the
Fact.
charter, he know the fucking. I can shake up with him. Like, what the fuck are you trying to tell me, bro?
He's a
Like, nigga, I want to
fanboy.
shake up with your ass. Yeah, it's like nigga, look at me type shit. Look, and my boy as a Mason, you know what he told me? Every Mason, when you become a Mason, once you're made, you're made. Every Mason may be your brother, but every Mason ain't your friend. And I was like, that's real life though. That's just regular life. You feel me?
That shit, man. I ain't gonna.
Fuck with
That's sad
that.
enough.
You think you think his
Um,
partner put him on the
So what
wood
this
to get
nigga
in?
huh?
say what?
The paddle,
The battle.
Shit.
Hey,
the paddle with
I'll
the
never
Welcome
holes
to
in
forget.
it.
Brokeback Mountain and take the oath.
Hey, the way he talked about it, he came through a Masonic lodge that's a militant Masonic lodge that has heavy ties to Greek historical black fraternities, and they gonna fucking make niggas like the egg shit, nigga. Fuck you, Chris.
It
That
was
egg
awesome.
shit. God, I
Damn,
think
bro.
about that shit, right?
I was just thinking that
Got
shit.
this nigga with eggs and shit while they spanking that big fucking ass paddle with a Masonic square compass on it and shit, bro. That
Mm.
ain't masonry, homie. That's not masonry, bro. That's hazing. Masons are not supposed to haze and shit. It's supposed to you come through, you like the lodge, they like you put your petition in, and you go through the fucking process, and then you go on your fucking quest. That's exactly what it's supposed to be. Not fucking, you know what that shit is? Psychologically breaking niggas, bro. And so what happens is when new niggas come in, they gonna use that same shit on them that has nothing to do with fucking Freemasonry. Period. That has nothing to do with any secret society, bro.
It's a
The
part
whole
of the
initiation
divide,
itself.
though. Part of the divide.
You trying to
Yeah,
say
bro.
buddy a great value Mason?
Crispy rice, nigga. Hey.
That's why a lot of niggas join fraternities just for the jacket.
That's exactly what he is, bro. That's exactly what
Just
it's, bro.
for the
Because like, look, my
And all the
buddy
buttons
asked
and
me,
the
he said,
pins, all the emblems. He got emblems all over his car. I bet.
Hey, nah, I
oh,
was reading that boy Bro Sanchez going in on talking about he got his shit off Amazon. That boy Dread.
the Carter him and Drez.
Yeah, Dread was
That's
like
the
he
kind of
was
bitch
looking
he
up the shit
brings.
on Amazon. All the
The
shit.
kid.
Hey, Drez did it too. He was like, look, let me look this shit up. You know what? When I was on Drop Channel, that nigga Cook tried to use that shit on me. I'm like, nigga, why the fuck I'm gonna come up here and lie and shit? For one, I ain't using when I got on Bro Sanchez channel the first time, bro, on a live stream on the panel. I was like, fucking like, should I even say I'm in the secret society, bro? Because I ain't go, I don't want to come in here like not saying it and shit. I'm like, my first thing is like, yo, I'm in the secret society. It's called the OTO. Bro Sanchez has done a couple videos on that shit. You know what I'm saying? And if they wanted to have me, they'd have had me. If they wanted to kick me off, they'd have kicked me off. But they listened. And they got to know me like, this nigga ain't no fucking weirdo nigga and shit. You feel me? An agent.
He's weird as fuck. Nah, I'm playing with you.
Hey, no, look, the agent shit, bro. I get it on YouTube, nigga. But I ain't in the business of walking around the streets calling niggas police, nigga. I don't know. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
That
That
fed
comes
shit.
with certain fucking penalties, nigga.
Oh yeah.
But if you're a communist, go right ahead and do that. Walk around every city you can calling people police and see what happens.
Bro,
Police
that's
ass
I get
nigga.
it though, bro.
Nah,
I
but
get
I'm
it
about
because
to
like
say that
yeah,
shit. Go ahead.
no, that nigga Cook and the other chick, that they call the Queen of the Beach is better. Is like they have an agenda.
Beach is dry.
And,
The beach is dry.
was that her name?
Yeah.
Yeah. Nigga. Hey, with that big swole ass
Sandy
head of hers,
Beach.
nigga, look. Sandy Beach. Hey, Sandy Beach. Hey, look. Anyway, but look.
The sand is
They
better.
come
That's
on.
what I'm saying.
It's still dead dirty.
Oh, nigga, look.
This
Nigga,
is
the
the roast
sand is
him.
better, nigga. Hey, but look, they real agents because they come on with an agenda to try to make niggas look bad, bro. Wouldn't none of them niggas step to us in the street, my nigga? I don't even think that shit. And if you fucking fire off and they ask what they gonna do, run for the motherfucking law. And the beach better probably call all her fucking dumbass homies and shit that believe her trifling ass and shit, right? That'll fuck, you know what I'm saying? They drink the Kool-Aid too. Come and jump on you and they, you know what I'm saying, on some weirdo shit.
Hey, if I'm not wrong, that boy Cook was on here flashing guns one time, wasn't he?
Yeah, nobody give a fuck about his look.
He only did that because the vegan warrior be doing that.
Yeah, and how you gonna get away with that?
And that's what he was saying in the chat the other night. Show your guns or some shit. What did he say?
That's a cop move. That's a government kind of move.
Yeah.
Agent Smith.
Say where the guns at? Let me see.
Hey, these niggas don't
Look
fucking
at our
snitch to the
case,
FBI
man.
and scrutinize it for serial scrapes and shit, nigga.
Yeah, man. We got a piece. You don't put that shit up on YouTube, man. We don't even talk about it.
Flexing cars.
The crazy thing is, he got his shit licensed, so he ain't gonna do shit. Cause soon as he pop that shit off, he gonna get that shit traced to his ass. So he just ain't doing nothing but bumping his motherfucking DSLs.
Hey, you know what's crazy, Chris? Is we used to have studio gangsters, right? Now we got YouTube live StreamYard gangsters, nigga.
Right.
Yeah,
Meet me in the
it went
yard,
from that
nigga.
It went
poster
from
mobiles. It went from poster mobiles to
Man, I still feel like that shit was really fucked up because, like I said, it's been like 2 or 3 times on Drop Channel, on Cypher's channel, where our Cook done said some words to wisdom to me, like, shouting me out for speaking my mind and stuff. And then I played my promo on Cypher's channel, And that's when he came with that bullshit. Like not even 3 minutes after that, hoe, he started coming with some bullshit. And that shit, I'm like, damn, that shit really showed the
That,
true colors.
that was the reason why I even started getting online because I'm like, Sir Drop don't understand that these niggas ain't over here for what he over there for. And I
Right.
just wanted to shed some light, and I ain't want to be rude because it ain't my show. And you can have whoever you want on your show, but if they shitting on your couch, bro, you gotta say something.
For
You
real.
know what I'm
That
saying?
nigga wasn't some fuck your couch shit, nigga. Straight
These
up.
niggas come over
Hey,
here.
but look,
These
Nothing but
niggas go over to his shit, do the whole fuck your couch scene, leave, or he'll close it out, come back the next build. These niggas giggling and chilling again. I'm like,
Right. That's
Right. And the
well,
whole time is fighting off the people who would join in the building. Like, you know what I'm saying? He was growing, but that should make you not grow.
yeah. I ain't never liked Sandy
hey, you
B
know it's
from when
funny
I
too,
first ever heard her voice. Man, she just been annoying this whole time. Go ahead.
bro. That bit. Look, she just liked to hear herself talk. Like she did a live stream after that shit with Sir Drop that same night. No, after this shit. No, it was after this shit with Chris Cyphers, right? That same night she went on. She's like, I'm gonna go to my channel. She's like trying to pull niggas from the Chris channel to go to her channel, right? And she on that shit. This time was there and shit. Hey, this time wasn't her shit fucking choppy the whole for like 3 hours, nigga. I
Yep.
listened for like 45 minutes and shit. And she just
That
kept
shit
talking.
was
Niggas
like
like,
she
yo,
was
we can't
talking
even
to
hear
the
you.
fucking from the moon.
And
Everybody's telling her, yo, your microphone's
this is,
fucking girl.
Steady going. Not
hey,
even
look,
know.
you know,
That
the
night
whole
Drop fell
time,
asleep
bro.
on his panel. She was on his shit for like 6 hours.
Talking to herself, nigga. That's some look. Hey, look.
Talking about a
Psycho.
goddamn
She's like,
pinky.
hey, nigga. She's like, mental ninja. Yeah, I like what you on. Then 5 seconds later, she's like, mental ninja. I don't know what you trying. You going over their head. What she do, bro, is she speaks for other people, bro. She everything to make person sound inferior. It's automatically over their head. Like, bro, Cook and the Beach is better. They are the real life version of Bobby Boucher's motherfucking mom, bro. Like the niggas are like bipolar or some shit, bro. Something they gotta do on Xanax or Prozac. Yeah, bro. You can't tell them niggas shit. I hope they catch that gorilla that broke out the zoo and punched you in your eye like she believes that shit.
That gorilla's the devil.
I was playing Waterboy.
oh man, hold on, guys. Hold on. I gotta drop that beat real quick. Man. We gotta drop that beat real
Look,
quick.
dude.
This is about hold on.
Oh,
I'm fucking done, man. What did the gorilla? Why you bring that whole movie back to my fucking mind right now?
well, be out there posting pictures.
Hey, you should hey, after you play the beat, you should run that little fucking scene, nigga, with I hope they catch that gorilla that busted out the zoo and punched you in your eye. Nigga, he's like, yes, mama. They're looking for right now. He's at large.
I would, but I don't want them to flag it or not.
Flag your shit, yeah.
You making me choke on this blunt, man. Oh, shit, y'all. Shit's funny, but I'm tearing up.
Hey, bro, ain't that how they minds is, bro? That's exactly how they mindset is, bro. What? Benjamin Franklin invented electricity? Or Benjamin Franklin wasn't a Mason? I'm a Mason, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
He didn't have no founders.
Like,
date.
really, bro.
I got a date.
Yeah. Hey, nigga, look. Them niggas are like the most fucking stereotypical motherfucking villains on the movie and shit, bro. They come with that fucking villain shit, nigga. You know what I'm saying? It's like, nigga, you on some Dr. Evil shit, bro, right now. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And when they be together, they just boost each other even more.
And look, all they do is talk over each other, bro. Like on drop shit, they were just talking and talking and fucking cooking, like saying the same shit over and over for like 20 minutes. He was doing that shit to Chris the other night. Ask him a question, he just keeps saying the same shit. Like, nigga, what the fuck is wrong with you, dude? Like, nigga, what are you on, nigga? You know what I'm saying? It's like nigga stuck in a K-hole or some shit. You feel me?
I think when you live your dream to be a super mason, and then you live it, and then that's it.
Super duper Mason, nigga. Look,
Super
that nigga got a
duper.
McDonald's M on his motherfucking.
oh
That nigga
shit!
Mega Mason, nigga.
Oh shit! Oh,
Hey,
So
that
much
nigga
also
like
moving
when
stone
Cell
boy.
reaches final form, nigga Mason, nigga.
Like Frieza.
oh shit!
Hey, look, that nigga, look. When that nigga got it, took his third degree, everybody on scatter was breaking this shit. That nigga had so much light.
Oh,
It was like, nigga, what degree that nigga is? Over 9,000.
They tap the keg and then they tap that booty.
oh shit!
Talking about
Oh,
get ready
shit.
for 33 ding dongs.
That nigga roll up on your ass and spit an egg at you, nigga.
Oh shit!
Said that nigga roll up on you, spit an egg at you. God damn, not an egg.
Watch out! Watch out for the
You
battle.
know he keep one in his glove box.
That part.
For that battle.
No, they meet up at the bar and one of them whispers in the other's ear. He's like, remember that time we did the egg?
That nigga roll up. That nigga roll up. I got 18, nigga. I got 18.
That nigga keep a dozen egg in his glove, and then he keep 6 motherfucking boiled, 6 unboiled.
I
That
got
nigga
that
like, I got a
dozen.
whole cart, nigga.
Got that dozen.
I got some salt, nigga. You want a bowl? He looking at it.
Hey,
Get the fuck out of here, bro.
if that nigga really get mad, he come back with the $5 super pack from Walmart, nigga, with like 6 dozen eggs and shit, nigga.
It's like, bro, it's like, man, it's like to come here and talk all this shit about people. My nigga, you got a family, bro. Your wife should not have to come to your ass in the middle of the night, wake up, and pull your ass off the motherfucking internet from talking shit. And it's not because she motherfucking, oh, you wasn't there. No, it's because she hear your ass. The fuck? Come on, man.
Hey, that nigga, I bet you that nigga be watching Pornhub and then StreamYard. Pornhub and then StreamYard.
Pornhub.
Yeah, that's funny.
That nigga, bro.
Hey, did you see the? Did you see the? What's it for? The alkaline shit.
Oh man, I didn't get to catch all of it, bro. But like, hey, you know what? I got love for Bro Sanchez, bro, because he'll step out on that ledge, bro, to invite the niggas on and shit. You know what I'm saying? Because bro, smart too. He know that shit builds fucking views, and people will tune in just for the fucking craziness, right? But then at the same time, bro, he kind of trip his own self up because he get caught in these debates with a person who really is dim-witted and shit. Who said a fucking UFO video? He's showing us, no, look at this video, it's UFO. It was a
There's a fucking
motherfucking
bird.
bee, nigga. It was, remember that shit, nigga? It was like a bee.
Yeah,
We
it's a
all like, nigga,
bird
that's
and
a
shit.
bee. It's a bird. You know what I'm saying? And that nigga got so mad at Bro Sanchez, bro. He was doing like Homeboy was doing the Chris and shit. As soon as Bro Sanchez started talking, this nigga would just start talking and shit. And it's like he was only listening to himself. You know what I'm saying? And he just, bro, that shit was
But
nuts.
you got to think about this too. You got to remember, we are all flat earth. Well, I don't want to speak for everybody. You know,
Yeah.
the majority of us are flat earthers, right? And Alkaline proclaims himself to be one himself. And once you start saying, "Oh, look at these aliens flying in," you can't. That's like a slap in all of our faces, because we understand aliens to be different from, motherfuckers flying in, you know. And when he started going crazy ass route, that's when it literally he started debunking his own belief without him knowing it.
Yep.
And I think I don't even think that was the problem. I think it was just his not willing to take advice or just like a challenge to your information. Like we don't I don't think I'm right about everything. I really learn from everybody. Like the balance of truth is like you can't never have too much of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
But pride gets in the way, and you know how alkaline is.
ego, yeah.
So a lot of
That
people
nigga vegan.
they can't be checked, and
Mm.
that's the problem, a big problem in life, and amongst men as well. You know, if you try to, and it's not
Hey,
even
bro.
check the next person. It's trying, you're trying to, give your wisdom from what you've gone through, and try to help them excel. And they don't see it that way. They just say, well, you're trying to downgrade me and think you better than me. It's just like the
Yeah,
nigga. Oh, you
alkaline. He
got
take that shit
Jordans.
like.
Oh, you think
That,
you
that's
cool because you got Jordans? You better than me now?
but that's crazy. Like your name is in the title, bro. Your name is in the title. That should show you right there that he fucking with you somewhat.
Yeah, nigga. Like I've been trying. I'm like, bro, I want to do a bill with Bro Sanchez and shit. I think it'd be a dope one. You know what I'm saying? Because like, if you notice, man, I do my best, bro. I really do. Is like when I come up with like an idea and shit, I want to share with everybody, and I always finish like, or sometimes I finish like, I don't know if that makes sense to y'all, or I hope that makes sense. Cause I'm not trying to like force shit in your head and shit. You know what I'm saying? If you can salvage some of the shit I come up with, then cool. If not, then cool. You know what I'm saying? But I think Alkaline, bro. I honestly think that nigga's slow. You know why I think that? Because the nigga said the ain't Jews. And I was like, what the fuck did he say? Did he say ain't Jews, nigga? Like ANGEWS, nigga? It's angels, nigga. And I thought of
Yeah.
some Baltimore niggas, bro. Like, hey, nigga, say two. And niggas like, two.
Mhm. Nah, and the thing is, I used to fuck with Alkaline. Like I used to watch his shit, but before, like I don't know what the fuck changed in this nigga.
COVID,
Now,
nigga.
when he by himself, he a totally different person, bro. Like if you only challenges information, he cool as shit. Say something about what he trying to say. He gonna cut your fucking head off.
Yeah, because
Hey,
when he breaks down the pedophilia and all that other shit, he does a good job. Yeah, it's not that profound of a show, but he presents a lot of information. But the way he's
yeah.
been lately has been like, what the fuck,
Maybe
nigga?
they got him, nigga. Maybe they got him. You know what I'm
That
saying?
could be.
He had some like missing time and shit. The bee flew too close and it wasn't a bee, and they flew down on the back of the bee and kidnapped his ass and flew him back up to the hive and shit. You know what I'm saying? Look, the nigga alkaline, he was
It's a
talking
humble
about
pie.
if the reptilian blood is alkaline, and before God created it, it was alkaline. I'm like, nigga, what?
All
Everything
right.
alkaline now, nigga.
Now
Alkaline
now
water,
that
nigga.
see this is my problem
It's like
with
reptilians were
the
vegan. What,
news.
what, nigga?
Like how do you know that this bloodline is what it is? Who you getting this information from that make them separate? They just telling you that
And
shit.
another,
You know what I'm saying? You can't verify the shit.
hey, one thing too I see Alkaline doing, bro, is he speaks heavily from a praise and blame format, right? There's always somebody to blame. And when you get in that shit, you're gonna be stepping quickly back into dogma and superstition, right? And that leads to
That's that
tyranny and
Bible
oppression. That's
Bible
the Bible,
believer.
bro. That's the
Well,
surface
exactly,
layer of the
because
Bible.
he's preaching a lot about Jesus now, and he was never like that. So you're probably right. They probably did get to his ass.
They got that nigga with the paddles. Hey, they had a nigga lined up with Cook, nigga, spit eggs.
Had that boy scared, so he went to church.
Huh?
Hey, they was like, open
And it
your
was
mouth,
like,
nigga. You
take
like,
me to
why?
church tonight.
Hey, look, maybe that's how they do it. Maybe like, no, you seen Aliens, right? When the face hugger gets you, right? Maybe the face hugger be spitting eggs in your mouth,
This
Oh
nigga.
and take
man.
your body over, nigga.
I, yeah, can we stop painting that image, bro? I really like stuff,
Chris
bro.
did it, nigga.
Buenos.
Hey, every time I hear
It's-
Cook, nigga,
I
I'm
I
thick ass
seen that a
eggs,
long
nigga.
time ago. I tried to forget,
I think that boy Dreads had played that same clip like
Oh yeah.
a while back.
So that's the
Hey,
third
you be
time I
like,
seen
hey,
it.
Cook, nigga, they got. Hey, they're like, hey, Cook, they got you on live leak, nigga.
Oh, that shit crazy.
Hey, you know what, too, on bro Sanchez, like, like I said, I got a lot of respect for him because he let a lot of people on and shit. You know what I'm saying? And he'll step back and let them do their thing for like he did earlier today. I was trying to get up on that bitch, but I woke up too late, right? But then he like letting it like die deck, nigga, and die deck. He may come cool, he may come on some other shit. No, 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 no. You suck ass nigga, you fuck ass nigga, and like people thought Cook was die deck too. They was like, that's diet, that's diet, because they come from that same personality, bro. Is game, like I call it, spiritual one-upmanship and fucking guru competitions. Like, nigga, we
Mhm.
just here building, nigga, talking shit, nigga, really. You know what I'm saying?
And before
Bring
that,
what
it
we
was
share, what we
Madonna.
learn.
Hey, that's crazy. I swear I was finna ask Mental Ninja, was he up on Madonna? Because I don't think he was around when
Nah, he
Madonna.
wasn't there with Madonna.
I
Oh,
can't
Oh,
answer.
that's like some Godzilla enemy, nigga.
Mental, how long you been following, bro?
Shit, like for a couple years, but I really didn't. I wasn't getting to his live stream till like late last year.
Okay, yeah, yeah.
I didn't even know niggas was doing that kind of
Madonna,
shit.
Madonna faded out about late last year.
Madonna. It's crazy because just like we bring his name up right now, if this was bro shit 2 years ago,
He'll pop up out of nowhere, right?
Yep,
out of nowhere.
yep. All the time, that would happen. As soon as you mention his name, he popped up. It was like
That
that set up to automatically tag him.
Maduki.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's like you niggas
And it
summon
come
that
with the
nigga and
same
shit.
energy, that Bible belief. You want
That
to deny the flat
globally.
earth.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
It's the
you know what's
same
funny,
shit,
bro?
bro.
Like, there's like two types of Christians to me. I believe there's really fucking pure heart, good people that are Christians, right? But then there's those Bible thumpers, right? And I remember so I'm on the strip where I work, right? In front of Planet Hollywood, in front of Paris, doing timeshares and shit outside, right? And every once in a while, you'll get those dudes, bro. They come with these big fucking ass signs and these super fucking huge, fucking 20-inch rim size fucking bullhorn shits that are attached to his waist, condemning everybody. God is angry with you, blah, 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 blah. And they'll stand
Oh, the
there
street preachers.
condemning all the tourists. Yeah, bro, these niggas are insane, though, right? And like
Hmm.
one day, nigga, I seen a nigga at the bus stop drinking a beer, and I was like, whoa. I was like, ain't you the preacher dude? And he didn't want to say nothing. He kind of got offended, right? And I was like, bro, let me ask you a question, bro, because I kind of got the feeling that you want to see people go to hell more than the fucking devil do. And that nigga looked at me and shit, got up and walked away. And that's like the mentality, bro. It's like they caping for it, and it makes them feel good to condemn other people and shit. And there's no difference in this shit that Cook or Diet Deck or the Beach is better. These people that are really combative and controversial and shit, because their only goal is to uplift themselves at the fucking expenditure of other people's fucking sanity and shit. You feel me? They use people as a means and an ends to glorify themselves in their own minds. And really, there's like no reaching those kind of people, bro. They're fucking look, I'm gonna say this, bro. They're the most
They're part of the
dangerous style of person in the world.
yes.
Facts.
I think they have the bloodline of the elite.
That they got that alkaline egg water.
They got some that NC-17 blood.
Yeah,
Whatever the
nigga.
fuck.
Incest.
That shit be crazy, bro.
Real
Cause like I
men
be
drive
telling
shit.
Christians, I'm like, they be like, bro, you're gonna go to hell if you don't convert. I'm like, nigga, so you mean to tell me that after I die, I'm gonna be burned alive? Come on, bro.
Look,
I'd
Ah,
rather straight
my
like,
favorite
come
thing
on,
is,
buddy.
what if you grow up? What if you live your life, following universal law, being kind to your neighbor, but you never professed anybody as your Lord and Savior, and then you die? So a devout Christian told me, "Well, then you're going to hell." I was like, "But
right.
why? Why can't God say, hey, well, you know what? You did everything right. You deserve it. It's okay. You can come. You can hang out."
Cause you ain't go through his
Hey,
son that he told you not to go or put
Exactly.
nobody before him.
hey,
Exactly.
look. They don't have Destiny's Child at
retarded
the
shit.
gates of heaven talking about say my name, say my name. No, like
Hey,
what's the password, nerd?
why is
Peace.
the
And a
Christian
few.
rap better than the regular rap?
You know, some of it is, bro. You know who Seven is? He from Sacramento and shit. That nigga, he pretty dope
I
and shit.
heard
But
some of
like
that shit.
Seven's pretty dope, bro. The Hog Mob and shit. I actually met that nigga and shit too. The nigga's dope. He deep. You know what I'm saying? But it kind of goes into like when you're fucking it's spewing fucking fear for other people to obey your fucking beliefs. That's when you lose because it doesn't have nothing to do with God, bro. It has to do about fucking pleasing the masses and shit. And if you don't please them, God ain't coming. They coming at your
Yeah,
fucking door with pitchforks and fucking torches and shit to fucking kill the beast.
can't wait for Kanye and Kurt Franklin.
That should be crazy, nigga.
Y'all know Franklin was addicted to porn.
Hey, he a
Yeah, I heard
man,
about that
man.
shit. Yeah.
All them niggas are, man.
Niggas a men at the end of the day. That priest shit it ain't where it's at. Why you gotta give up women because you're a priest? That should let you do it. Something ain't right.
You can't give up a
Oh hell
natural
yeah.
instinct. That's
And then they peddling little boys on the low.
that
Get them
thing.
niggas some
Give
pussy.
it a
All them nuns and shit around. Y'all tripping.
we're no nasty shit, but men are born to bust nuts. Like
Right.
That's
What do
life,
y'all
bro.
think about? What do y'all think about the sense of them like dumbing us down and slowing our reproduction as far as the longevity it is to become seen as an adult? Like now it's 18 years, but hundreds and thousands of years ago, they was marrying at a young age, and we are able to reproduce at a certain age. How y'all feel about
Yeah.
that? You feel like that's
Vol-
Hey, bro, look. Go ahead. Go ahead.
voluntary genocide.
Hey, check this out. Look, this is how I look at it, right? Like 100 years ago, right? A man was legally a man at 12 years old, and a woman was legally a woman when she was flowering, which when she was had her first period and shit, right? Now, our today's standards, we don't like that shit. But then, if we lived then, that was normal. We would have no choice. I mean, like it's normal. Like we don't think differently, right? But let me. I'm gonna put this picture in the play, right? Consider this, right? As the market through the media is more towards the LGBTQ community, right? And being in the OTO, there's a lot of LGBTQ, a lot of them. You know what I'm saying? I know somebody who just got their nuts cut off. They transition and shit. I'm not against what they do. That's them. They do them. I'm a heterosexual man. I got a fine ass chick. She a stripper. We both sober. We have a good life and shit. I'm not against people who are gay or queer or transgender or whatever the shit, bisexual, none of that shit. That's them. You know what I'm saying? But if you look at the marketing, like when I'm walking through the mall, right? I walk past Sephora and they got images, the videos and shit with bitches with they fucking lipstick in and the eyeliners and the long ass eyelashes, and they show dudes with the same shit. Now it's marketable, right? Now this is how fashion works, right? Now you have a market that's tapped out all the way, sagging pants, fucking the Negro League baseball patches all over your pants. You got to create a new market so you can fill that gap and shit. So you switch the fucking market up on the people through the music industry and the movie industry and the film industry and shit, and then make it popular, right? That's what they done with being
Gender bend.
LGBTQ. They gender bended and shit because for one, it's a completely untapped resource, right? So people are becoming LGBTQ simply because it's popular fashion and it gets some likes on Facebook and Instagram, it gets some following, it gets some views and shit, right? But this is the kick
Little
about it.
Wayne,
If
Young
if
Thug, Little Uzi, they're all
yeah,
cross
nigga, you
dressers.
seen you seen fucking young Drew? Who is it? Somebody just came out with the fucking Lil Yachty, nigga. You
Yeah,
seen
all
Lil
of
Yachty
niggas,
with the
bro. All of
motherfucking
niggas
mushroom,
look
nigga?
man, them
That
niggas
shit was on
tripping, bro.
Worldstar today, right? But look, this is what you get: is if you can convince more people to become gay, right? Babies aren't going to be born. If you can convince more people from becoming fucking transgender. Babies
That's
definitely
ain't
aren't
that
being
ain't that
born.
voluntary genocide?
Population is population control, bro. It's
Yeah.
population control, bro. They're curbing the fucking realm, the rate of people having babies and shit. And check this out: the most impactful of the LGBTQ community is in the black community, bro. They use us to influence it, and now more niggas is becoming gay. More kids are they get you with the fucking what's it called? Fucking that little dance from not PUBG but
TikTok.
Fortnite, right?
Oh, Fortnite.
TikTok and shit. They get you with the fucking with the what's the football player nigga with the little fucking salute thing
NFL.
he do, whatever it's called, the dab, right? But then when they
Yeah.
get you doing that dab, they get you doing this dance. Then they bring out the new dance, which is like twerking. And nigga, 14-year-old kids is twerking at lunch. We used to rap battle, nigga. The niggas spin on
Yeah.
their heads with lonely and spray paint. Now these niggas got lip gloss and shit, nigga, and fucking
Yo,
they
men,
twerking on the cafeteria lunch table, dudes, right? And they make the gay LGBTQ more popular, more cool, like sagging pants and backward baseball caps and fucking and 13 jerseys was cool and Chuck Taylor's and Doc Martens was cool at the time and shit. They flipped the script on us, right? And then for one, it makes them a lot of money because they can market a whole new thing. Bro, the new Star Trek show, Discovery, there's only one heterosexual couple on that whole show. They got a gay alien, looks like a fucking uncut dick. They got a gay android woman. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, man.
You know what I'm saying? And they got this first time in Star Trek with two dudes kiss. Now albino dude and a black dude and shit. You know what I'm saying? And they're marketing this shit, right? And it's population control and it's a motherfucker's a smart way to make money by making these
Great.
people supply. So you got to create the demand, then you fill the supply.
and mental.
It's
Look, you got to add this to the equation too. You know, with the population control. You know, what group of people are the highest in the LGBT community for suicide?
What blacks, huh?
Yeah. So not only are
And it's
they not populating, but also those that are killing themselves are dying out.
most of them
and
take
look,
like pills and like prescription drugs too.
The
So
more
their psyche is already damaged, and then they influence them with the chemicals, and it's a wrap after that.
yep. And then like, look, so this is it. Check this out. So the liar says, so this Christian rapper named Bizzle, he put this on one of his songs. It was fucking dope. The liar says, at least I don't kill. The killer says, at least I don't rape women. The rapist says, at least I don't rape children. And is what it is, they're comparing the people that they think is worse than them, right? Now, when we have black rights, right? Because the man could vote before the black man could vote before the woman could. Ab Soul said that shit. One of my brothers, right? Then you got the blacks being able to vote, then women can be able to vote, right? And then the gay movement was kind of brought on the backs of the civil rights movement, right? But as soon as gays came in, AIDS came in. To who? Blacks. As soon as fucking we got free on our civil rights, all of a sudden the fucking drugs and fucking cocaine and heroin and guns appeared in the motherfucking hoods as if the CIA waved the fucking magic wand or found a fucking magic lamp and shit, right? And it's population control towards one ethnic group, right? But they use that on a society as a whole to get more people to do more things while at the same time eliminating a threat or at least keeping a threat in balance, bro. Because look, in the 60s during the Vietnam War, African American population of America was 11%. Today, 2020, we are 13.4%. The Hispanic population has almost doubled. If they're at like 40 or 50% now. Before they were like 30, 20%, right? And it's like, how the fuck has black people only grown by 2.4% over 60 years and shit? Well, you got most of the niggas in jail. You got other niggas
Yeah,
turning gay.
locked up,
You got
not fucking.
was that?
No, I was just saying, yeah, dead, locked up. That's fucked up.
Yeah, dead or in
no,
jail and shit.
it's
You know what I'm
definitely.
saying?
I was just gonna say, yeah, it's definitely fucked up, and it's definitely the agenda being pushed, and it's simple to see. But even being able to talk about this topic and stuff, you know, people gonna try and view you as homophobic and shit like that. Like you talking trash, but in reality, like this is a real life dilemma that we need to wake up from. Like we getting tricked out of our energy.
Hey,
And they
honestly, bro,
the fact that they're
go ahead, go ahead.
protected is the fact that they're protected is fucked up because they have the equal right to be hated on just like us. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
And
uh huh.
that's the thing for me too. Is like I'm not against the LGBTQ. Do I want to do that for shit myself? No, and that's the best way to live and shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't like. I'm not really in the habit of punishing and persecuting a person because of their genetics, because of their sexual orientation or predilections or whatever they want to do. Much in the same way as I don't like it when I'm walking down the street and some white lady grabs her purse because she assumes I'm walking on the street because I came to rob her. Nigga, I'm going
Exactly.
home. Nigga, I'm going to my girl's house. I'm going to the store. I'm going to work. You know what I'm saying? So like, I can see how like that fucking that oppression can work on in both ends. So like, in the OTO too, bro. Like I said, there's a lot of LGBTQ, and I'm okay with that shit because like, nah, I'm not homophobic. But then at the same time, check this out. On the flip side of that, right? Is that a person may be inclined to call you homophobic if you don't receive their advances and shit. And it's like, no,
Yeah.
I'm not. I just don't want no fucking fries with my meal, lady. That's it. You know what I'm saying? That's all. It's not against McDonald's, not against French fries. I just don't want no fries on my meal. No, I don't want no onions on my hamburger. I'm not against onions. I just don't want that shit on my fucking hamburger, right? And check this
And
out. So I
it should
know
be private too.
was that
I said it should be private. Like what you do in private, your
Real
privacy
talk.
should be your
But
business.
then they got
what?
these damn parades that they bringing these kids to. Like that shit is psychological abuse, child abuse. You know what I'm
The
saying? Like the
Mm-hmm.
definition.
CPS should be out there investigating all them motherfuckers, throwing them all in jail and
Yeah,
shit.
the
But
mental abuse of Corona is fucking
Hey,
real.
but that's the
hey,
thing,
so
you
check.
know, we're not out here as heterosexuals, you know, picking one day out of the week, out of the year, to do a heterosexual fucking parade where
Love.
we're around half naked with fucking children dressed in BDSM outfits with like leather shit. Like, you know, we're not doing that, and that's
Yeah,
what they
it's
do.
it's it's pedophilia. They should call it for what it is, but they don't want to get involved with that because then you gotta hate on the LGBTQ and they protect it. How the fuck they
Hey,
get protected?
it's funny too. Is like, look, because my
Obama.
mom, she worked in the school district out here, right? And and
Facts.
and I love my mom, right? But she protects and she vies for the equal liberties, the equal rights in viewing of the bathrooms and all that stuff of the LGBTQ community. I'm not against her. I don't think she's wrong at that either because my mom is a person who likes to help and she does not like to see people oppressed because she's a black woman that grew up in the South. That my grandfather was the first black principal in fucking Monterey and the first black superintendent in Monterey, and they were throwing fucking Molotov cocktails through their fucking window as a kid. So she knows about drinking out of colored fountains, going in the backs of buildings. You can't go in the front and shit. You know what I'm saying? So her mentality is like when she sees somebody depressed, she'll stand and fight for them, right? But this is where I don't agree: is that if we're teaching our children more about like they have transsexual and cross dressers and coming into schools and doing clubs and reading these stories and shit in full get up, it's because they're believing we should be able to come to schools do that shit too. But like if you're promoting the freedom of sexual expression in a fucking classroom or an environment where these kids aren't even really able to use their sexual organs yet in the manner they're used for and shit, and you're pushing that, but you're not pushing freedom of thought, freedom to question, freedom to not want to go to school, then what is the aim? And the aim is we are trying to establish a new market for 10 years away.
Wow.
That is where the shit becomes wrong. No, I like look, yeah, I don't profess my heterosexualness in public. I mean, I don't think that's like a thing. And that's kind of the fucked up the black privilege, white privilege. That's heterosexual privilege to a person who's gay, like in the 30s and 40s and 50s, and you're black. You got to keep that shit hidden. I don't really think that people should hide their true nature as long as this is a thelemic concept. Do what thou wilt shall be the whole of the law. Love is the law, love is the will. Do what thou wilt, unless that will constricts or conflicts with another person's ability to do their own will. So like this is how I look at it. A person's a pedophile. If they're a pedophile, be a pedophile, just don't fuck with no kids, which negates the pedophile, right? If they're attracted to it. I get it. I'm not saying I'm with it and shit, but once you cause action towards somebody who can't make an informed decision on their own sexuality, you are right there restricting their own ability to learn and grow their own way. You're fucking making it obtuse, you're making it irregular, and you're fucking up their flow and shit by conforming them to something they don't understand themselves and shit. You know what I'm saying? But if a person's gay, be gay and try to find somebody who reflects what you believe in. You know what I'm saying? Like my girl, she's a reflection of my inner hopes and inner wants and wishes and shit. I won't get a girl that doesn't reflect what I like, and equally I reflect what she likes in a man and shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna put a fucking sport bike tire on a motherfucking Honda Accord and think I'm gonna go somewhere. You feel me? It should be likes with likes and shit. But when it comes to that pedophilia shit, bro, that may be something. And look, this is why I think that right now we're against pedophiles, right? And I kind of see sometime in the future that society being dumbed down to a level that's beginning now or a couple of years ago or 20 years ago to accept pedophiles. And if society does that shit, ain't nothing I can do. I'm not with it. I don't want my son to be with no fucking grown ass man or a daughter if I have one. I don't fucking float that way. I don't want my son trying to date some 12-year-old, 10-year-old girl, right? I think in the future, the next level of the people that's being going to be oppressed is the motherfuckers who are into bestiality. I can see the pedophiles, the LGBTQ community, going against the people who want to fuck cows and dogs and sheep and shit, and them niggas saying, hey, we want our equal rights. You gave it to the blacks. You gave it to the gays. You gave it to the trans. You gave it to the lesbos. You gave it to all these people and shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's really a slippery fucking slope. You feel me?
Yeah, but it's like how do they get the rights? How do you skip over basic human rights and go to a group that gets privileges or needs to identify like it's giving up your freedoms of being a private person.
Obama
Yep.
did.
Yep. The Patriot, was the Patriot Act?
That
That
and because they
and
separated human
It
and the
was
group.
like an Equal Rights Act, some shit like that.
he skipped human rights and gave LGBT rights.
And that's
Exactly.
crazy too, because like when you go back and look at his whole campaign, it was yes we can, and on
Hell Satan, hell Satan.
right,
Yeah.
but on the outside looking in, you just thinking like yes we can as a people, like black people, whatever. But he was talking to the gay
His
community, you know what I'm saying? His people,
Yep, that
Hey,
pan energy. Him and
what if it
Michael.
him
Hey,
and
what
them.
if it wasn't them talking for the LGBTQ? What if it was the government telling us, yes, we can do whatever the fuck we fucking want? What you gonna do now,
No, that's
nigga?
facts too.
Tuck
That's
your
fact.
chain on some
Mhm.
Debo shit. You know what I'm saying? And look, on the other side of
Of
that, bro,
course,
look.
we got a
Go
black
ahead.
president, bro. You thought it was gonna come with some goddamn cake and ice cream?
Some chitlins,
Sweet
nigga, some
potato
ham
pie,
hocks.
nigga.
Fried chicken,
Yeah, nigga.
watermelon in the blunt, nigga. Something.
So and then after that, we got. Well, I knew we was gonna get something even fucking like after Obama. I knew Trump was gonna be a motherfucker, bro.
Hey, this shit over now, nigga. That nigga talking about, look, if I don't get elected, I might not even leave, nigga. Like, what you gonna
You don't have
bombard the
to.
White House and shit?
You don't
Nigga,
have to.
look,
The way we wrote our laws ain't nothing saying they gotta go, bro.
Yeah, I'm already
Mhm.
feeling like it's not even gonna be no election. Like something
It's,
gonna happen to where he automatically gonna get rolled into the next.
they're
This shit.
not gonna take down the state of emergency, bro. That's the plan.
Nah.
All he's got to do is declare war.
Yep. All rights, constitutions are suspended in a time of emergency. So
That's bad for
let's
the
take a
people though.
break.
That's why we gotta unite. Like we need resources. Like who got the farm? Like where can we start getting our food and stuff. Like we gotta start, cause I know it's people who got ranches and shit. Like we gotta,
Martin Kenny got the penile institution.
Hey,
yeah.
you know what it might come
What
down
is
to,
they
bro?
taking members or
Yeah,
what?
but it's tough doing all that because remember, you still got to plug into their system. Like
Yep.
if you
You
get a
got to.
farm, you have
No,
to
they
buy.
totally off grid though. They totally off grid
Well,
funded.
is Martin Kenny in the U.S.?
No, they in the fucking where the fuck is that?
In
That's
the
why
High Plains over where they're
they're
at.
in West Bumblefuck. They're deep.
Yeah.
They're good. They're safe. Here in the U.S., we got to plug into the system in order to be on the land. Un- Unless we can prove that the land is ours and we've always owned the land, eh, if we just buy it, we have to connect to their systems.
Yeah, that's
Hey,
facts.
you
But
know
you
what?
know, it's still people that still want to be from Africa. Like that's we really gotta wake up to that shit right there for real.
That's why we cannot get the land.
Hey,
This is why government will always be here because until people realize that Africa is far as fuck and we didn't come from there, that this is our land and people got to stop being panned back to Africa and being Pan Africans, then we won't get the land back. They will continue to preside and govern us.
hey, you know how
Yeah,
deep it
you,
is too,
you you just gotta not participate. That's all. You can't participate in that government
bro. Look,
system. I
That's
know it's
what
not
hey,
enough,
look, you,
but that's the first step.
hey, bro, look, you can't even fucking go nowhere, bro. All the land is already owned by a
yeah,
flag. You can't start your own nation and shit. And that's what we talk about flat Earth, right? You know, we about the outer layers and the other hidden lands. Like, what if that's true? You know what I'm saying? And they like, we can't let these niggas come out of here, bro. We got to keep these niggas thinking that there ain't no more weed and shit. But meanwhile, I got a whole pound stashed in the back and shit. You know what I'm saying? As soon as that nigga leave the house, we gonna light this shit up. You know what I'm saying? And like, if you want to leave, bro, you have to go into a territory that's owned by somebody else. So basically, yo, niggas gonna end up living like John the fucking Baptist, nigga, eating wild locusts and drinking honey and shit, wearing a loincloth and shit. And even that nigga, as soon as he came out the woodwork and it popped up and did his thing with Jesus, Jesus got that nigga's head cut off. You know what I'm saying? He's like, God damn, fuck you, I should have stayed my ass in the woods, nigga. You know what I'm saying? And like maybe like all we'll get is that self-actualization. Like, bro, I'm me. I'm my own government. I'm my own nation. I'm my own country. I'm my own planet. My own universe and shit. Fuck me trying to align with these other planetary bodies, bro. Let me get my own orbit. And that shit might not involve 40 acres and a mule, bro. It might not involve a plot of land or a corner on a block and shit. It just might involve, nigga, you your own flesh, your own earth, nigga. Your
know
own
thyself.
maritime law, that blood. That's it, bro.
Thyself. That's it. Know thyself.
And maybe that's why
Claim, claim,
people
claim
are scared
God.
to wake up.
Yeah, gotta claim what's yours, what's rightfully yours.
Oh, straight up. Nah, it's real. But I'm about to go ahead, peace out, and digress to the bed, man.
Nick,
It's been
Yeah,
a
me too.
powerful Sunday, man. Shout out to
bro.
You said
everybody.
1 hour after show.
Right, we had a prequel, a sequel, and an after show. I'm gonna go
Yeah,
ahead.
maybe, hopefully, hey, hopefully we get the word out. They gonna catch that motherfucking gorilla that escaped from the zoo and punch that nigga in his eye. Shit.
Real talk. We need to capture that. So if y'all got any information on that,
Any leads, nigga.
let us know, man. We gotta call the zookeeper. But
Hell yeah.
That nigga said he
Peace
shout
got
out,
out to
bro.
locked,
Cypher,
nigga.
shout out to Kurt, shout out to all y'all that came up on my panel today that was here. Shout out to the Mental Ninja for
For
staying
sure.
dropping them gems. And I'm gonna get at y'all brothers later on.
For
Peace out,
sure, for sure. I'm
homes.
out to you. And I
I'm gonna
sub to your
follow. I'm
your
gonna
your
follow
uh, your
behind.
belt too.
All right, that's a bad. Yep, yep. I'm trying to find people to debate that flat Earth. So I'm trying to get some debates popping because that used to be the thing. You know what I'm saying? But ain't nobody really doing no debates because don't nobody show up. So if y'all know anybody, we got to get that shit popping.
Oh yeah, I got a couple ideas for you.
Already. Yeah, y'all can follow me on IG if y'all got it though. It's the same name. I
Oh,
know
for
I'm
sure. I'm gonna
following
hit you up on
Cyphers
this
and
too.
Raphael. I got this. I am on Facebook. So, but I'm gonna go ahead and hop off, man. Peace. Cyphers, as you digress.
No, I'm here. I'm
Oh,
about
okay.
to digress though. I'm about to hop off too.
All right, man. Shout out to
Hey,
you
look.
though. All right, go ahead.
Hey, before you leave, bro, look. Hey, check this out. I got this Facebook group, right? It's called Mask Off Mafia. MOM. If y'all want to jump on that shit, niggas be posting some fire ass, funny ass memes and shit, bro. It's on Facebook.
Mask off Mafia, bet. I'm gonna check it out.
Yeah, MOM.
MOM. That's what I gotta type in, or do I need to type
Yeah.
in Mask Off Mafia?
It's Mask Off Mafia and then MOM.
Okay.
It'll probably pop that way.
Man, I'm about to check that shit out now. But I'm gonna holler at y'all, man. Appreciate the vibes, protecting energy. I'll talk to y'all later.
All right, man.
All right.
For sure, for sure. All right,
Definitely,
Yeah.
bro.
Chris, Desam, Raphael, Balance Truths. I'll holler at y'all later.
All
All
right.
right,
All right, brother.
man.
Yeah, everybody, peace and love. Thanks for having me on. I'll let y'all another time.
Yes, sir. Be safe. All right, brother. Everybody be easy. Thank you, Chris, for the after party. It was fun. Be safe, y'all.
All right,
Yes,
man. Have a good
yes,
one.
sir. Peace and love.
All day, my brother. You already know.
All right. This I am.
Awesomeness, dude. Tonight was killer. I loved it. Good work,
Yeah.
everybody.
Dope,
That's
dope,
all.
dope. Strong.
See y'all
strong.
tomorrow on my day off.
Right. You working tomorrow?
Nope.
Oh, cool. Awesome. Shit. Yeah, I might connect with you before I go live. I know I got some stuff to do early in the morning, so I'll probably hit you up on a gram, probably like in the afternoon or something.
All right.
Or
Yeah.
or till tomorrow, I'll holler at you then. Thank you everybody for coming through. Appreciate everybody in the chat. If you haven't, please hit the like button. Please subscribe. Hit the bell, the notification bell, so you can get all the notifications and you could join the next build. Peace and love. Stay safe. Love yourself. Love everybody else. Take care of yourself. Take care of everybody else. Drink your water, your vegetables, your fruits, seasonings, all that stuff. You know. Peace and love. Know thyself. Stay fly. Shout out to the fam. Peace and love. About to drop that beat. You already know. Everybody have a great night.